the things that we got that we needed and put it in a gift bag and say Merry Christmas. And we would open it up and be like, those were your Christmas presents. Like you got a new mattress. Merry Christmas.
Nice. I mean, you use a mattress a lot.
Yeah. Or like,
True.
you got a new pair of jeans this school year. Merry Christmas.
When did the skull get pyrite?
I had it sitting next to it yesterday, and I was rearranging things on the desk today, so I figured, hey, look, he's got big gold eyeballs now.
Pyrite.
Where did you get pyrite?
Found it in a box.
Found it.
Found it in a box marked retirement plan.
It won't get you anything.
Nope.
I bought like 16 nuggets of pyrite when I was in Colorado, and that was giving me my gift, so I gave one to everybody else. But you already have two, so you guys don't need it.
I'm flush with fool's gold, baby.
Is that actual pyrite?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, this isn't that fake fool's gold like you see in the gift shops. That's the fake real deal.
Oh, hell yeah.
They were just so good at giving presents, and it continued.
All right. So last time.
Oh, we're back on?
Yeah, we've been
on for a while.
Yeah. You guys had been delving into the ruins in the Underroad at the behest of an Oblex, who said if you clear out the temple, they will help you find the person who took one of your friends. Skillfully digging out some slime and making your way into the base level of the ruin. You found a familiar scene with the staff siphoning energy from a strange artifact into a large box. You fought and defeated 2 Nothics and a Mind Witness. Augie is no longer frozen in time, as you now stand in this large blue-gray stoned room.
I was going to say blue.
Off of either side of the chasm that you have a moment to breathe, you can see that there is sort of a long drop-off, maybe 60 feet or so, and then at the very base of it you can see remnants of ooze sort of burbling.
And one of the Nothics.
And one of the Nothics and one of the cultists.
How do you get in there?
He got shot.
Augie shot him.
God, don't you remember every single detail from last combat?
I actually, this morning, I was like, what happened last week? Are we still in
every
combat?
Thursday. And then I slowly remember throughout the day.
I opened this up and looked at it, and I'm like, oh, I'm dead. Cool.
Yeah.
No, I touched you. You're fine. Wakey, wakey, I'm shaking.
So the scene around you, that pyramid object still sits on top of the small platform it is raised up on, the 2x2 based 4-sided pyramid, as we figured out
square-based pyramid.
Figured out geometry last time a little bit. The blue sands inside of it still shifting about. What would you all like to do?
I want to tink
Okay. You can tap on the side. It's very, very thick glass. So it's sort of like the metallic frame just is like the outline, and then it's thick glass panels on the sides with the blue sand kind of swirling.
So like one of those fake terrariums you can buy from Target.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except it's full of sand.
Yeah.
Wait,
Moving sand.
That.
Moving sand.
You can't get that at Target.
It's called an hourglass.
You have to
just
get it
can't
from
see
you
the other
all.
side.
Bad hourglass.
Infinity hourglass.
It says
I
bad
think it
hourglass.
worked the same way. Because if the top half is gone, then it has been, the length of time that it would tell initially.
You know, at some point, it was an hour ago.
Very good. Very good. All right.
Holy shit, you guys, says Augie. What are you doing here?
I'm tapping a beat on the glass.
What are you doing here?
We
And
were.
it goes,
Yeah. I was thinking in my head the Skype music. So, ding.
That's really why I didn't answer.
You were dancing.
Skype music's just so catchy. Sponsor a Skype.
Thank you, Skype.
We traveled west for like a day and a half, and we were just past the ruins, and they were waiting for us. There were like 25, 30 of them.
What?
He points to like a couple of the dead cultists on the road.
You weren't clear before.
Sorry, little frazzled.
Just let him tell his story.
Frozen for a while. Thank you.
Well, not like that long. It's only been a couple days, right?
Yeah, we've been frozen for a couple days, I guess. I don't know how long it's been.
That's still a couple of days.
It's still like 2 days. I don't know.
So they.
Yeah, you still probably really need to pee.
Oh,
Actually, no. It was weird in the time frame. Like, I just was like, my bladder was also frozen in time, so I'm still good.
Nice.
But they grabbed me.
Nice.
They grabbed me and Quincy and brought us down here, and they took the spinny thing. Where do you guys have that? Okay,
Fender
good.
spins around.
But we didn't find Quincy.
No. They started, they had us both sort of held down here, and they were messing around with this stuff. And they wheeled in that big box with that, and he points to the dead mind witness. And they were...
Wait, they carried that in here?
Well, they like rolled it in.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The mind witness is rolling around.
It gets out and it's like,
Yeah, I was like,
oh!
The meatball rolling the best mental image ever.
through the ooze.
But they started doing their whatever rituals, and then
Wait, did they have to roll it through the ooze?
I don't know. One of the oozes was, they sort of like shaped it somehow with something, and then like they just sort of like lowered down on a rope and then walked through.
God, that sounds so much easier than what we did.
I think the boxes were justified. They're still very useful.
We forgot to prep our shape ooze spell.
Yeah.
But then they
Can't shape ooze.
messed with it, and a couple of the cultists turned those things with the eyeballs, the smaller things with the eyeballs,
Children.
the green ones.
Children.
Or children. I pointed Archie.
No, he points to one of the dead Nothics. Those like were some of their like people, and when that spell or whatever it was went awry, they turned into those things.
So are any of their people still alive?
No, I mean, maybe if there were some upstairs that were frozen, then possibly.
Yeah.
What did that Nothic promise
Yeah.
to give us?
Oblex.
Oblex promised to give us?
He just told us that
We'd
he
get
would-
something from the cart.
and he would tell us where we can now assume Quincy
Oh.
went.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
didn't tell us who was who.
I mean, I was just, in my mind, I was just thinking like, well, we're going to tell him that all of his family's dead, and we're
No,
probably...
they were just frozen. Some of them.
Oh, wait, hold on. If that thing was freezing them, they're probably unfrozen up there.
Oh, so there was a big fight up
Yeah.
there. Oh,
We might want to hurry, gang.
Oh, we should probably get out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that.
We start... I want to start going back towards our rope that we had lowered down
Yep,
into
you guys have
this.
2 ropes left.
Yeah.
hanging.
And I'm going to try and get out.
All right. Okay. You guys all
Using
make
the
your way
rope.
back. Go ahead. We'll say, because we don't need to fuck around, you guys are all able to make it up the rope.
Good, I rolled a 3.
Archie, you slip, but Augie is standing beneath you and just sort of lifts you halfway up.
Wait, you can fly.
No, it already was. It's probably been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even me,
It
I was
only
like,
lasts for 1 minute.
I can.
it's better in combat.
Not
I
long
never
enough.
knew. You guys make your way up as you move up to the room where you fought some of the cultists next to the ooze pits. You head up the stairs. You're able to pull the lever up into the yes. Pull the lever
starts
strong.
croaking like, what? Why?
Into the puzzle room with the statues of Mask and Tyr. And as you begin to make your way back into the room that was the... there are many other chambers in this room, but you sort of gather they were just sort of like living quarters. There wasn't anything of interest in them as you were passing. But as you begin to approach the bar room, which have the traps in it, you can begin to hear the sounds of battle in the distance.
Oh. How are we going to get past the traps again, guys?
Wait. There's more couches.
It's the couch that we used.
Oh yeah, we used the couch.
It's like on the couch.
It's like a boat.
Well, no.
No one go on it.
No, we need to push something up to the couch again. The plates may have reset.
What do you mean up to the couch?
Wait, is the couch? How far out is the couch?
It's right where you guys left it, which I'm assuming when you were going through the room, you pushed it all the way up to the doorway to see all the traps off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like right in front of the doorway.
We do it back the other way.
Oh.
Yeah,
We're
just push
going
it.
the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we just...
We gotta go get it and come back.
Miriam, the couch didn't reset itself.
Sorry.
No, it's
Tiles.
weird. And the booze that you guys drank, it's refilled and back on the shelf.
Yes.
The whole room.
A really
has
quick
just...
turnaround service in this bar.
I would like to live here now.
It would be easier.
There's a couch. You're good.
There's a couch and booze is better than my place.
Does Fenric have a home?
Oh, you guys
Go
on the
piece
hay.
Tiberio and hop on the couch.
Does
All right.
Fenric have a home since he ditched the paladins?
I mean, our home is like
The academy.
the
now.
academy.
Kind of.
I mean, we've only really lived there for a few days, and now we're out on the road.
I mean, we lived there for a year, technically.
A year and 2 weeks.
we died there for a year.
No, we were back to life then. We were just recovering.
You weren't living though. You weren't thriving.
No.
Anyways,
living and
what
there's
would you guys
surviving.
like to do?
It didn't feel truly
All
alive.
right,
I
I
went to
think we
push the
should,
couch.
after we push to the couch and
All right.
Yes, let's
go
do that.
across.
You begin to push the couch across the floor, and as you do, you realize that the traps are not, except for that one, the horn trap.
Ah, the horn trap!
You find the key fob, and you quickly boop boop.
That's not any of our vehicles, is it?
No, it's not mine. Oh my god.
Student drivers. Can you imagine? As you're pushing this across the floor, that is going to just drive me insane. None of the traps are being set off as you begin to push the couch off the floor.
Interesting.
There we go.
Nice.
Um,
Oh,
They
the
were
trap
already set
stopped.
off.
Oh, maybe it was the couch. Maybe it was a noise when it was backing up.
you set off the couch alarm.
And you didn't unlock the couch beforehand.
Forgot to take it off the parking brake.
Oh, that's what it was. Damn
Oh
it.
my god.
As you guys begin to make your way upstairs, you notice this puddle at your feet. And it's about an inch deep and is running up the stairs.
A puddle
What?
is going up the stairs?
There's a puddle which, like, it's sort of stretched thin, but you can't figure out, like, exactly what the color is. But as you make your way back through this room, you can see it beginning to pool at the entry of the top floor. And you can see that it is a large green ooze amassing.
Like a
the
thingy.
Like
Like
an
the
ooze
same
creature.
green ooze.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's friendly like the other one.
Let's just try not to anger it.
Roland, don't talk.
You are standing in the bar room with the door leading up into the main courtyard pavilion where all the fighting was going, or the main like entry ballroom where all the fighting was going on.
Quick check. Whose side are we on? Are we gonna take out all the cultists?
I think we should just try and get out.
I vote. What if we just like stopped everyone at the same time?
But who are we gonna kill?
We're not.
Neither? Okay.
I think we
Okay.
can do this without killing.
Can we just stealthily like get out of here?
Well, we do need to make sure that some of the family of that guy is still intact.
Yeah,
But don't you want that cart?
Yeah, we gotta
That
get
cart was pretty.
Yeah, we gotta get those slime boys out of there.
We gotta get the slime boys out.
Yeah.
We gotta let the other slime boy back in. It's his house. We gotta get the non-slime boys out.
Well, no, but I mean, we gotta save them either way. All right. Well, less talking, more doing.
I'm gonna head in.
All right, as you crack the door open, the scene before you is unfolding,
It's rave.
and
Oh, there's dancing.
it's grotesque. But what you see is that green puddle that had been and is still like running past your feet, beginning to amass and fill the room. It's in about a 12 by 12 just orb in the center of the room, and it is like reaching out and absorbing the cultists that are firing spells on it, and you just see them being dissolved.
I mean, that kind of solves the problem for us.
Yeah, maybe we should just wait.
Maybe we should just, GTFO.
I mean, I don't want to go near it.
I think its children are doing just fine by themselves.
I don't want to go near it.
Are they? Only the cultists are getting pulled in?
From what you can tell, yeah, it's the ooze has not made any action toward you guys, as it's sort of like running past your feet, like it's filling the entire stairwell as it runs up, and it's like sort of just like going around you as it runs up the stairs.
Is it not touching me?
It is not.
I say thank you.
Was there a disembodied voice? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Was there any of the stuff in the other like divots, the one that we didn't go in, was that stuff still there? And the other two holes?
Make a retroactive perception check.
Do I remember?
Dirty 20.
You were noticing that it was slowly draining.
Okay,
oh my
cool.
god. It was a thing.
Furio, do we have any of the ooze in our boxes?
In a box still.
Yes, I have one box of ooze in the end.
Empty
Let
it.
we should let it go.
Let it free.
Okay.
Let it go. Let
As
it
you open, like, you see it
go.
immediately, like sort of like flubber, sort of like a long snake-like neck, sort of like looks up into your face,
My bad.
and then it slurps down into the rest of the pool.
Sorry. Didn't know you were a thing.
Brought it up for her. You gave him a lift.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it
Are
did.
Five out of 5 stars.
Are these slime boys the Oblex children?
Yes. They
I think
are.
it's safe to say.
The big one, not so sure.
It might just be another one of the old Oblex.
It's the great
Maybe it's like a big brother.
Wait.
We know your Oblex ancestor. That's not the right word.
Papa.
Did you say that? Did Aurora say that?
You don't
Yes.
really get a response from it, but it continues pooling up the stairs.
What is the relation of the Oblex where you
It was
met?
the originator of a bunch of them that lived down here.
Originator.
Okay, we know
I mean,
you're.
if you reproduce by just budding,
No, that's a good way to put it. It's just weird.
it's a sourdough starter.
Yeah.
All right. Blabo. I hope that's not offensive.
Ooh.
I like trying to sneak through the room to the
So you
other
guys sort
door.
of like,
Let's
there's like
continue
a
on.
4-foot sectional along the wall that you guys can kind of
Wait, even on the stairs?
It's on the stairs.
up in the main room.
It's moving around us and not touching us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, you got this. I give it a thumbs up towards the blob.
Like an ooze hand pops out.
If you let us go, we can get your Oblex originator, who's not in
Your
the.
sourdough starter.
Is that what he does? He makes the okay sign. All right,
Called
let's
you
get
an
out of
asshole.
here.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, you guys
That's rude.
shuffle out.
Okay.
You are running just up to the top pavilion.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to
Fleabag.
Are you stopping?
Mr. Measles?
Oh yeah.
Measle.
Measles.
I
Yeah.
will
Yours
stop back in the coat check room.
Okay. You poke your head in. Measle is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Maybe it went home.
We're
This
never
This is why
seeing
I
him
don't
again.
trust people.
Oh yeah, you still
But-
wanted your gold.
But he said he was going to be down by his house, right? Let's
down
go there.
by the river.
We don't know where his house is.
It's by the lake.
It's on a rock by the lake. He told us so many times. That was Fenric in
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
You guys make your way back up to the courtyard. Roland rejoins you. Scary Terry is waiting at the gates. And you.
I forgot about that. I was like, oh.
But yeah, you have made your way out of the ruin, and as you stand at the entry, Scary Terry in tow, what would you like to do?
Can I see our little not Gollum friend?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I want to look
hold
for the
your
rock.
hold your hands like binoculars in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
That 20!
Hey, the opposite.
You did the binoculars.
I did it like this. I did this. I got a nat 20. This is so good.
You look around, like, down below, and it's past the limitations of your vision.
Oh,
Even with a nat 20.
because I don't have any dark vision or anything.
It is just... If it were in sight, you knew you'd be able to see it, but you just physically can't.
Someone yell really loud. Does anyone know how to yell really loud?
Did he hear anything?
Do you know?
I do. I don't know if that's the best thing to do right now.
You have thaumaturgy.
Oh.
I have the ability to do it. I just don't know if yelling in a cave is going to find this person for us, because as much as I like Measle, and I genuinely like him, seem like a really classy guy, he doesn't seem like the type of guy to show us his home, invite us in. We're going to have to find this guy.
I think that was the wrong preposition. I think
I,
he'd
for
invite us
one-
on.
I, for one, have...
Unless you're suggesting I use sonar, which is not something I do.
Echolocate. I can turn into a bat.
Yeah, well, that's because you're not underwater.
Are we underwater?
Sonar
I,
is
for
for
one,
water.
have something to say.
What?
Uh-oh.
Sonar is for water.
Sonar is for water.
We have no reason to find Measle. Let's just go.
No, he's got
We
no.
have like 200.
We just got a bunch of gold.
We just got a bunch of gold. We're
You
fine.
can always have more gold. Wait, I sound like Roland. I'm rubbing off on you. Finally.
Did they just touch each other?
Yeah.
No, it was what? No, that's
That was on the armor.
It doesn't count if it's on the armor.
That's what armor's for.
It was only over the armor. Over the armor.
Nice, second base.
I was gonna say like half base, but alright.
It's just a foul ball. You have to try and
Baseball. I'll just send Rugton down and do a quick scout. I cast light and I throw up a piece of rope into the air and it's lit up. Rugton grabs it.
Swoops in and grabs it.
I'm like, go look at stuff.
How far?
Just till he finds water.
Okay. Rupton dives down and
keeps going.
Rugton's gone.
Rupton never
100
finds
feet.
water.
200 feet. 300 feet. At around 350, he finds water.
Well, I don't know that. That's outside my range.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. That's what Rupton would have found.
Okay. I only get like 100 feet.
Okay, yeah. So around 100 feet, like, you still cannot see water below you.
Okay.
How much rope do we have?
Not that much.
Yeah.
No, listen, water will cushion you if you.
No. Haven't you seen the Guardian?
Listen,
I
roll
play
it.
Minecraft.
No, but I have seen
My
Pocahontas,
understanding of
and
physics.
she jumps from very far high.
Rolling.
Very
far
high up.
The Guardian.
High five.
Ashton Kutcher.
Kevin Costner.
So Roland, to move this plot forward, would you?
Yes, we can carry on as long as we split up the gold beforehand.
Let's move the plot downwards.
Did you just jump?
Mario jump.
That's what I was, yeah.
And
Alright,
So
I'll cast thaumaturgy and start yelling Measle.
Okay. Highs or lows?
You
Lows.
already to book it.
Say again.
Lows.
Let's go Lowe's.
I'll cast Prestidigitation and make fireworks too. That spell Measle.
Alright,
Can he read?
I don't know.
Archie, who are you standing next to? Two people. Who are you standing next to?
Oh, he's gonna hurt us.
Choose wisely. No.
I was gonna drag my corpse.
I feel like I'm always next to Virio.
Alright.
For such as something, I don't know, it just feels.
it's because of how loud the noise is in your ear, probably.
Well, yeah, we'll go with that. And, I guess I was following Aurora's direction, so I will say Aurora as well.
Right. Aurora, Virio, and Archie, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. You begin to hear splashes as rocks fall from the ceiling.
Oh,
Man.
oh, dope.
I mean, are you next to
Dirty
him?
20.
I'm not a high enough level.
Alright, some chunks of rock fall from the ceiling. You take, if you
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
DC 14, so if you beat a 14, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. If you did not, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did you die?
Chunks of rock fall from the ceiling.
That would have downed you either.
Yes. Yes. I have 3 hit points.
So you like watch the rocks fall and you're like,
That could have been
Maybe
my
we should
death.
not do that.
My head is bleeding.
Do it again, do it
Alright,
again, do it
let's-
again. Ouch.
Get out of here.
Yeah, let's just skedaddle.
What? Fucking sucked.
Do you yell that with the thaumaturgy?
Don't encourage him.
Train myself.
Your candle's like a little smushed.
Over the side a little bit.
Oh, God.
As you all make your way back down through the glittery pyrite cave, you come to the entry, and as you the glittery
I don't know why we're all
cave,
pointing, but I mean, I know why we're all pointing.
you
I just
make your
looked.
way back to the entrance where your mounts are waiting, and the obelisk is also waiting.
hey yo, we fixed it.
We did it. We did the thing.
There's a big boy there now.
Your children are dissolving people.
Is one of your children like really
It's actually
big?
rather impressive.
Those were the collective number of children.
The
That's-
Borg?
Those were my, well, you would call it a spawning pool.
Ooh, oh God!
I like take the box and I'm like trying to shake out any like loose ooze still in the box.
It all kind of pulled itself out
Okay,
in one
good.
go.
I'm gonna want to watch that one out.
It's not blood, but
Oh, you put your face in it.
I know.
Press digitate. Press
I'm like,
digitation.
remember how I didn't want to touch it at all ever? Thank you. Thank you.
well, you won't touch water, so
Yeah.
Thank you for not disturbing the ruins and for not disturbing the artifact within the ruin.
Which one?
Wait.
The pyramid in the
Oh,
base.
Oh,
what does it do?
the bad hourglass.
The ruin is held together by that artifact.
oh,
Oh, that's good.
If you would have removed it, the
Big
entire
splash.
structure would have collapsed.
good thing.
I'm like, good thing it was really strong because I sure tried.
Yeah, we didn't try.
Good.
I did kind of like tap it though.
That's fine.
Ding,
Touching
ding.
is okay, just not moving.
only over the armor.
You may
Are you picturing it now? Is that what that was?
oh, which reminds me, he reaches back behind the log that he's sitting, or not log, but stone slab he's sitting on,
The log.
and grabs 2 small bags of coin. A small man gave me these, sort of flea-bitten, itchy-looking. Said to give these to you if you made it out of the ruin.
Roland, you made it out. Take one of those.
And the other?
I'll take it.
Very well.
It belongs to
And
them. Don't worry.
I'll take the third one he left.
Ah, yes, the secret third.
I look in the bag.
It looks like all your gold is there.
It's a bunch of goo.
How much?
How much was it? I don't
I
remember.
believe it was 200 GPs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So,
all
Like
right.
each.
So each
so yeah, you
200.
have
It was
200
just
gold
that
back.
you lost all of the gold you had.
Yeah, on your person.
Who vouched for Basil's character? That was me. I liked him from the beginning.
And in Aurora and yours, there's a small
And I still don't
post-it
like him.
note which has like a winky face that says "Call me."
Oh,
Measles the big bad.
I point at it. I point at it and I'm like, guess who can read?
Gario.
I smile.
Good job.
I smile to myself.
Good.
Just a very small little smile.
Like the winky face.
Yeah.
Now, as I promised, I would also give you a reward. So, this is it. And he gestures to the cart, and he reaches out. He's reformed himself into like that humanoid, and his like arm kind of like stretches out unnaturally.
I'm like, I hate
and picks something up off the cord. And as he touches something in the center mass of it, the entire thing disappears, and you just see like an old cart sitting there, and he has a small cube, which he reaches out to give to one of you.
I grab it. We both grab it.
Oh, this is awkward.
Sleight of hand versus.
Oops, sorry.
Slide his hand off.
We're doing sleight of hand check?
Yep.
Oh my God, Maddie is watching us.
Hey!
She just texted. She's doing homework and watching.
Yes.
Nope. What did
11.
you?
Sleight of hand.
I got 11 also.
Who's got the higher modifier?
2.
Roll
Can we grab it together?
No, they just grab it together. It's fine.
If you
Yeah.
both have your hands on it, you can make a strength check if you really want to fight over it.
I'm not fighting. I'm just like, okay.
I'm helping.
Just 2 hands on each side of the cube.
Okay. This is a cube of an illusory magic. You may think of basically a cart's worth of items that you would like to present, as long as they are inanimate, and it will appear.
A card appears behind me.
I was just thinking about what. Okay, so it appears.
You will make a card.
Is it just
Like
like
a card, it's like glitching slightly out of place between the two.
2 slightly different cards.
Mine is all black.
Mine is
And all
pure
pastries, right?
So, yes, you may keep that. I have no further use for it.
I've got a personal question.
Yes.
So I tried this hugging thing recently.
The cart turns into an ambulance.
I'm just really curious. Can I shake a hand or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is?
I shake their hand. Does it feel like skin or does it feel like
When you touch like their humanoid morphed body, like it feels like human skin.
Oh wow, this is impressive.
Kind of like when they were when you had
nice skin suit.
when they had morphed into Roland before, like somebody like grabbed the hood and pulled it back, like it felt like fabric, and Roland's hair felt like hair.
This is so weird. Okay, well it was nice meeting you, Obelisk.
It was
The tormentor.
The tormentor.
lovely meeting all of you. Thank you for your help. If ever you have need of myself or my children,
Or the spawn.
or the spawning pool for whatever purposes,
We're throwing a party. We could not get enough water.
Just spawn in.
no, but if you ever require our services,
That one looks
call
like
on
me.
us. You have preserved my lineage and many generations. Thank you. And they sort of like back into the big blob, and it sort of through the gate.
Oh, he went right to it.
I get down for the finale.
Don't worry, I already did. Obelisk, slime boy.
Slime ally.
Perfect.
Sorry, that-
Boys cross out.
The blackberry cucumber is very good.
Right?
But I thought we were gunning for Clarbrun.
Clarblum.
Blumpkin.
Blumpkin.
Can you read?
Virio can. I cannot.
Larkin.
As the group stands there, Augie sort of raises a hand and says, "They took my ride, and also John forgot to do something." The Obelix blurbles back in. "Sorry, I forgot something." And a figure appears in front of you.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It is an elven man, very tall, very sharp features, steely gray eyes, very like Tony Stark-esque facial hair. short black hair, very clean cut, wearing very fine black purple clothing. And the voice says, "This is the one who took your friend."
Oh.
He damn fine.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora,
Uh-oh.
you recognize this person.
He's your ex.
This is the person, the artificer, who you had contacted to pacify your parents and put them in the somewhat diminished state that they now exist in. And you know him to be a very powerful figure in Zadara.
Oh, snap.
So kind of an ex.
Do I know that?
What do I know? Do I
Probably not.
Do you know this very specific
Could you go with the
secret
soft
part?
no?
Yeah.
So this very, very specific Aurora secret you in fact do not know.
Wait.
He just
I know their backstory.
He knows only specific things. He knows he only has bangs.
I watched the show.
I read the books.
Do I know him since I'm from?
You may be able to recognize him. You can go ahead and make an intelligence check because he wouldn't be in your normal circles.
He's Tony.
Not 20! Oh my god! It's 19 total.
At some point in time, you have met this man at a social function.
Oh no, the poor man.
He maybe has come into the college at some point to do some studying or research when he was younger, perhaps. He's a cat.
Elven cat man.
Cat boy.
I'm a cat man.
Half
It's a lot of
He
cat
has,
noises.
he has the reverse shaped Tony Stark.
Yeah.
No.
It's just all the beard is up here on the upper part of his cheek.
No.
And then
Yeah.
and then
A little
two
soul
That
patch.
little V here.
Oh my god, what a great mental image.
It's terrible.
It's amazing.
It's terrifying.
His name is Stark Tony.
Bony Arc.
For some reason, I forgot to put his name on here, so I will get that to you shortly.
Oh, we'll just keep riffing. We'll get his name eventually.
It's on the computer somewhere.
I know
Sto-
him.
Bony Narc.
Stony
You
Stony
know,
Arf.
future elven enemy fellow.
I know
Big
him.
Sony Targ.
Yes.
It was
Grand Admiral Sony Tarkin.
Grand Moff.
Grand Moff, excuse me. Might be.
Why does he love lamps?
Yes. Got his big start in the lamp industry.
Grand Furbo.
Nice.
And then the Outlook's backward again. I
Deuces.
think that's everything. Goodbye.
Is the cart that was the fake cart there at all?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was the inventory of the cart that was illusory.
Oh.
So this thing can't just create a cart.
Correct. It can
Okay.
create the contents roughly the size of that cart. So you can make something approximately 5 by 7 by 3 or 4.
I tapped the
pile
cube
of
and I'm
stuff.
making the cart look like different things.
Okay.
It's a very
They can
specific
create
enchantment.
a short cart, next to the other cart.
You can only make about the contents, right?
I know, no.
It's a Lil P in a sort of sidecar situation.
Yeah.
I'm your local cart vendor.
I was gonna fill the cart with different things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're kind of swiping through it, whatever you like. If it is an inanimate object,
Pastries.
it's just
Donuts
What?
is first.
Yep, just giant pile of fresh, beautiful donuts.
I'm like, this is the greatest thing.
So it can't be animate objects. It
Correct.
can't.
I make it look like
Is it-
a t-shirt cart.
It looks like these giant piles of folded t-shirts with all your favorite sayings on them.
Does it have to be static or it can't be people?
It has to be a static, inanimate, basically you can't make it look like a bunch of people sitting still. It can only be objects.
Skin suits.
But what if I objectify people?
I make it look like a bunch of dolls that look like people.
Yeah.
Mannequin sales.
Dolls that are clearly dolls / mannequins that are clearly mannequins, yes.
I make it look like Muppets of people.
There you go. Yeah, a bunch of horrible monstrous-looking puppets appear.
Oh, I've seen that show.
As fun as this appears,
It appears very fun.
we should probably continue forward to find Quincy.
They stole your ride.
They took my ride. So
We'll just hiccup this. We'll just take it along with us, and you can hop in.
I mean,
The cart?
that would work. If, like, I think 2 of the salamanders or 2 of the spiders could pull it.
He thinks that there's a reason that the divine beings above would have given us this illusory thing that can only make a cart's worth of stuff. Perhaps there's
an
some
illusion.
sort of lockdown on the city.
Is there anything in this current cart?
I have an idea.
Dust. Ooh.
What?
I feel
Well,
it was more dust.
our salamanders can only carry a certain amount, correct?
I don't know, probably.
Like heavy, like weight-wise?
Like
So what if you sit inside Virio's box, which is always 10 pounds?
This thing's a little.
well,
Because then you could just ride on somebody's salamander with them. Because
thing
you'd
is-
only weigh 10 pounds.
also, I'm 9 feet tall.
Also,
Well, then, like, 4 would
Well,
stick out.
I could sit in a box.
also, guys, the box is like not very big.
It's 5 by 5 by 5.
How big's the
No,
opening?
that's how big it is on the inside.
Right.
How big is the opening?
It's 5 by
1
5
by 2?
5.
The opening is, about
This big.
yay big.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
So
you
it's
gotta
big.
squeeze.
That could be your waist.
I could fit in there.
Nah.
I jump inside of the box.
It's like you
I go inside of the box.
Put one
you
leg in
put
the
your
box.
like arm in there. You can get your like up to like mid thigh maybe.
Here's the other box. You got choose now. One leg in
You
your
don't think
side
my
eyes.
hips? You don't think my hips could fit in that?
Into this?
They wouldn't, Kelly.
No, I wouldn't.
All right.
You
Well,
just get thigh highs on both.
it's a
of them.
good idea.
Your legs just go missing.
all right. I start strapping up my spider onto the cart.
All right.
The funny thing is, you wouldn't be.
I thought it would be a good idea to make somebody weigh 10 pounds.
It was. It's just the dimensions of this particular item do not allow.
We
a
could
person
cut
to
someone up
squeeze
and put
there.
him in there. Then they'd weigh 10
Because I had
pounds.
to put restrictions on the boxes.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't want to give me a limitless box.
Yep.
It's only a 5 by 5 by 5 box.
On the inside.
On the outside, it's
We
like
got
one
this
by one by
unstoppable
one.
box.
Don't worry, a small being could fit in that.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, you're wearing too much armor.
Yep.
All right. Well, anyways, let's chuff off, gang.
All right.
We taking the cart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm strapping my spider to it. We need one more.
If
2 spiders?
Yeah, we
Or
need
1 of each?
probably 2 of the same things. They've got the same speed.
if I make it covered in banners, do they move in the wind?
They do not.
Damn it!
Just
You are also underground, but
Well, if we were moving, there would be.
Toby.
Can
you
animate
constantly
it
be
by
changing
constantly
it?
change what's going on?
we
I make
were
it-
like,
no.
I make it.
Once a second. Okay, I'm curious now. How fast can you change it? Like
It's
once
like
a
an
second-ish?
action.
6
so
seconds.
once per
So every
6 seconds.
6 seconds. Dang it. So if you really wanted to have a fucked up like bit rate on it,
1 frame per 6 seconds.
It's just
Yeah.
it's a bunch of banners in different stages of being like windy. One like this and one like.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I make the cart paint job look like the mystery machine for
Alright.
Augie to sit in.
perfect. Augie like sits in the back of the wagon and like, thanks.
You're welcome.
Who is there another spider hooked up to it yet?
No.
I don't have a spider.
Terry.
Neither do I.
I have a salamander.
No, I.
Oh yeah,
Scary
Scary
Terry's
Terry's not a
salamander.
spider. That's right.
You both looked at me and I'm like,
Hold on.
what are you
What's
talking
that,
about?
Archie?
Toby. I hooked up Toby.
Okay. So Virio and Archie have hooked up to the wagon, and you guys are off.
Thanks for helping, Roland.
Yeah, of course.
As you all travel, you slowly notice that strange, smoothed out, grooved stone begins to fade, and you are back on sort of a more traditionally paved road after a while.
So instead of
Yeah, it's like rumble strips for a while. It's not great.
poor Augie, I make a mattress in the bottom.
He's just sort of like sitting there.
An illusory mattress. So
Thanks
it's
for the
just
thought.
the thought.
Illusory blanket to go with it.
Screw you, Pip.
I see him. He's right there under the stairs.
You guys travel for a few hours, and eventually you come to a spot where Augie marks out a resting point. And for the...
I'm like, oh right, this is your job.
Yeah. This is probably one of the better spots to rest up.
I could use that.
I could use a rest.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding profusely.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if we want to do watches every 4 hours or so.
I'll take first and third.
Rootton's got it.
I'm
Alright.
sleeping the whole time.
All right,
I'll do the first watch.
Okay. So
Aki, how you feeling? Do you feel tired? Have you been? Oh, do you feel like you've been awake for a long time now?
I could just use a rest, and like you can see that he has like several like crossbow bolt holes that he's like patched up while I was sitting in the back of the wagon, and like a big gash across his face from a dagger. He's just sort of like packed in some mud and like
Old school.
Yep. Yeah, like, I mean, I can do a watch. Like, I'll be fine doing a watch, but I'm not fighting fit if we run into anything else. It was sort of like everything went sideways, and they rushed off with Quincy, and I tried to fight for a minute, and everything sort of like, well, when there's like 6 of them and 1 of me, you know, I got a lot of into my... So...
You know, that used to mean something different.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah, I'll you guys got first watch. I'll grab second with Rupton,
He appears traumatized.
and then
Oh, that's just his normal face. He's always been like that.
yeah, I'll grab the third one. So I'm gonna go sleep, and he just like falls asleep on the wagon.
I make it like a canopy.
Like a hand like sticks out through it.
Is the thing concentration?
What?
The wagon.
Oh, the illusion.
Yeah. Or is it set it and forget it?
You have set it for the first few minutes. It seems to be holding up. After about 10 minutes or so, it sort of flickers and fades away.
Okay.
So you can use an action to cast the inanimate objects, and it lasts 10 minutes without someone like actively keeping it up and going.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That smell like fun.
So first watch. Go ahead and make your checks.
I slept real good. Perception?
Yep.
16.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
I keep hitting the box every 10 minutes
Yeah.
to make it keep
You're
going.
just like 6, 7, 8. Just for 10 minutes at a time. Your watch goes by. Seems like quickly and slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Kismet, how did you become the... the voice of death? It doesn't really seem to be, considering your...
He talks real slow.
I'm gonna slit your throat and just say...
No, but like
Not that slow.
But if you do it every time.
No, I just keep tapping it because I can.
Nice. Considering your reaction to certain actions, that doesn't really seem to be like me slitting that
Like
drow's
death.
throat. Yes.
Well, being the voice of death doesn't mean just killing. It's that I enforce the, like, balance.
And would you not say that was a rather unbalanced thing of those drow?
Look, also, it's been a time.
We did kind of die for a while.
Uh-huh.
That's a little out of my wheelhouse.
So, I've had to do a lot of thinking. And, like, that's really... I still am figuring it all out. But, like, unnecessary killing, not great. There was already so much that had died in that city. It was just a lot.
How else do you rectify a situation like that?
There's always another way.
Not in my experience.
You have more experience than me. I can't deny it. I'm literally 18 now. Hate it. Hate it.
Well, I feel like we strive for the same things. We just go about it a little bit differently. Order, balance.
I guess. I try to look at it more as a whole. Like, the balance is, like, not just for me. It's for the world.
I suppose I only try to bring balance the way that I know. When I see a problem, I tend to kill it.
I guess it works if there's no other way to solve it, but also, like, that the way, like, what they're doing also, like the people that you kill, there might be a reason for that. Like, they might be trying to protect themselves.
Of course. I mean, I don't really think that anyone goes around doing things that they know are wrong. I'm sure that they, in some sort, believe they are doing the right thing, but...
Hey.
But killing a fifth of a city, I don't...
I mean, the one drow you killed didn't do all of that.
Oh, but it's one less in their ranks.
I know, it's not...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's one less in their ranks, but that was a whole person.
Hmm? 2.5 people now. Actually, it didn't end up killing
Nah, nothing separated there.
No. Well, I appreciate the conversation.
I mean, there's not. I can't really, like. I can only affect what I can affect.
Of course.
And I'm still figuring it out for myself, too.
Yeah, I feel like things are going to be much more interesting after this. After that. That's, not looking forward to, I'm sure we'll end up going after that dragon at some point. And that's not something I'm looking forward to.
I almost made a pee berry noise. It's like... it's like automatic. Dragon?
Audrey's asleep on the wagon.
Oh my goodness.
It happens.
Heavy breathing.
Wow.
Intensified.
Do you guys have anything else?
I'm good.
If you guys do not have one already, go ahead and take a point of inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, there's a bug in my bowl.
Your
Lovely.
It's just protein.
No, it's a gnat.
It's just a little
Fruit
bug.
fly.
It's a piter.
your
What?
watch comes and goes without any incident.
The canopy changes colors many times.
Good. Getting it just right.
I'm going for Pantone 436C. That is a Pantone. I don't know what it is.
Me neither.
It lost me about 2 words in.
You gotta look it up during the break just to see what color it is. Or right now.
Second shift comes. Augie and
Is it a shade
Rookton, I
of
believe
black?
it is. Fenric, are you up as well?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I slept a little bit. That's good.
15.
15?
Good old 12 hours of sleep for you.
I needed it.
It's like my brother.
Second shift comes by. Roland, you're gently woken from your meditation by Augie. He says, last one. So I didn't see anything or hear anything, so you guys should be all right through the night, I think.
Perfect.
You didn't hear anything?
Is that the first time, or?
Rookton makes a canary noise.
In a mine shaft?
And just echoes.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Last watch, go ahead and make your perception check. Roland.
9.
9. Is Rookton on the third one as well?
I mean, he's on everyone.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and make a third one for him.
Chili's got
That's
burping now?
12.
12, okay.
At least the bird hit it, beat a 10.
It doesn't seem like you guys hear anything.
Cool.
At one point, Roland, you, just in the very, very far back the way you came distance, you see what you think might be a flash of eyes, but they disappear.
Cool.
The next morning comes. You are all long rested.
Hell yeah.
I would have helped watch, but I desperately needed to rest. Too long rest.
I thought you were gonna say you just didn't want to, and I was gonna accept
No.
it.
I very much needed to long rest.
We'll mount up, begin traveling again westward. It's another 2 days ride, for brevity's sake, because I don't want to do another night's watch, and that's just not interesting. You guys arrive at the second. You can see coming up a long line of merchants on your right-hand side. Maybe, well, not a long line, but like 12 other carts or caravans all lined up as you realize you have reached the Zadara checkpoint.
Before we get there, so do we see people in the distance?
Yeah, you can kind of see them coming up on you.
Okay. You know what? I think we should maybe take a second. Do you think that Aurora? Do you think you'll be recognized in this city? And
Yes.
to question.
I do.
In a bad way.
And I have a few options.
You guys are attuned to your items.
And I'm
That's fine, by the way.
and I'm like,
What's that?
What was that?
You guys are attuned to your items now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm attuned to
and I'm
mine,
like
so
cart with a canopy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think it might be easier to just stick you in the cart with a low sort of canopy and just have you hide in there. That way we don't have to deal with it. The issue is if they search it, it's not going to hold up to any sort of cursory search.
Now here's a question. Can we make it look like there's nothing in the cart even though there is?
Well, we can put dust in there.
A cart full of dust.
Can we put like a cover of clear?
No.
You can't put something invisible in.
I thought I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
cheese
make it-
this.
I want to make it look like it's full of bolts of cloth, but they're hollow on the inside.
That'd be fine. Just make it look like the top layer of bolts of cloth. Yeah, that would be.
Oh my god!
It was cake.
That was your roller coaster ride there, Archie.
I
I've been attacked.
guess I can use my hairpins, but I'm a little confused as to how it works.
So at the beginning of each day, you roll a d4, and
Okay.
that's how many charges of it you have
Okay, so
for the
I'm
day.
Ooh, similar to mine.
so that's how many times I can cast Disguise Self.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, why does it say it on a 4 reroll?
Because it is 1d3.
Oh, okay. So I've got a 3.
Okay, so you can use disguise self 3 times.
I can use
without
my
using a spell slot.
very cool hairpins.
Do I start with 3 and it gets recharges, or I have to roll?
You would re-roll because it's been a couple of days. It's at the beginning of each day you would roll it. So
And that's how many you get for the day?
for the day. Yeah.
Okay. The one that I was looking at said that was like how many charges you regain.
Sure. No, the one I think I might have sent you the wrong one because there were like 4 versions of it.
Fair enough.
Whatever's on the note card is
I see that.
canonical.
I wanted to check. Yes!
So yeah, you both have full charge of your toys. Okay, you can do that if you want to. We'll make a contingency plan.
You did not waste any
You are
over the night.
You are good to go if you need to.
Okay.
That's fine. So, as you're approaching the current plan, Aurora, as you're still in the room to make the plan, is to sort of lay in wait on the wagon, or are you going to plan to disguise self?
I'm going to plan to disguise self.
Okay.
Yeah. As we go through the checkpoint.
All right.
I'm like, oh.
And
My
Hold
cloth.
I will just. I'm not sure how.
Is Augie just like half out of the cloth? Just like
He's just
floating
sort of
through
sitting there, just like.
So I can disguise self for 1 hour. So I'm going to cast it like right before we talk to somebody.
Okay.
And I'm like, backup plan?
Yeah.
I do have my I have my feather mask if I need to wear it. I don't know why that was so hard.
I moved the lamp. That was my fault. It takes about half an hour or so, but eventually your guys' cart does sort of begin to sort of trudge up forward, making its way toward the front of the line. You can see up ahead that there are a few hammers of Maradrin that are sort of like walking up and down the group, sort of like asking a few questions to people with their wagons and their caravans. Most of them seem to be hauling goods of some kind. Bolts of fabric, furs, some ore in a few cases. And as the caravan is reached by or the guard reaches the caravan in front of you, which seems to be 4 very like stout-looking ponies carrying just a like giant heap of what looks to be chunks of rock with like gold veins in it. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Is it 3 good?
So good.
So good.
15.
9.
Okay.
10.
18.
All right. So Virio and Kismet hear the conversation and the cart ahead, and they hear the. They actually have their helmet off for once, which is weird for one of the hammers of Maradrin. But she's walking down the line and she's asking them a few questions like, "What's your business in Zadara? How long do you plan on being here? What's your shipment? What's your company name?" Things like that. So you get the impression that there are a little bit, or like little bits of procedure that are required to get into the city,
Customs.
and that you should prepare.
It's customs.
Okay.
Do we have a company name?
Hey Augie, you do this all the time.
Yeah,
Do you have a
Fabulous
company
fabrics.
name?
I just escort the companies. I don't really do I just have my license to.
Oh,
to
God.
guide.
We
How
need
about Aurora Industries?
That's what we usually refer to as a bad idea.
How about Kama 2? The second.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
What if we do it backwards?
Industries of
Theramore's Fabulous Fabrics.
What?
Eleanor's fabulous fabrics.
And I put all my shirts into the cart.
Just kind of leading up over the sides and.
Yeah.
We're we're selling shirts.
And fabrics.
We're not selling shirts. We are displaying shirts. Don't you dare sell my
These are
shirts.
samples.
Okay,
of
but
what
if they
you could
really
This
want
is
one
my
and
collection.
they're offering like 10 gold for one, you could buy so many shirts with that. That's such a profit.
I'll have to consider based on each individual shirt.
So
What was the last town we came from?
A straight shot across would have been from Steel Farm Gap to
And
Zadara.
we stopped at Keenlow.
But yeah, you guys stopped off at Keenlow in the northern
I
part.
only remember it because
We're
it sounds like
merchants
Keenlow.
fleeing Keenlow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure if advertising being from Keenlow is the best idea, but it also might be an influx of
I'm sure we're
people
not the
from
only
Keenlow
ones.
right now.
Yeah, I think that's a good cover story.
Could claim to be refugees.
We're t-shirt vendors from Keenlow.
Yeah. What was the name of the store that we got the shirts from?
There, we don't know the name.
He said the name.
Did I?
No,
I don't think so.
it was just a souvenir shop.
Warm subject.
Joann's Fabrics. Sponsored.
We're a warm subject supplier.
That is where we get all of our cosplay stuff.
Not Michael's.
So the company name again for me is what?
I was picking a D&D name, so I'm not that's on it. But Theramore's Fabulous Fabrics.
Why not something with an F?
That is.
Paramore.
Okay.
Not Paramore.
No, I couldn't tell. When he said it that way, it sounded like a. Sounded like a theramore.
It's hard to just.
I
evoke
make
that
the
out
side of
the
the cart say that.
Okay, perfect. It can appear on the side.
It's a triple F on the side.
FFF.
Mm-hmm. In like scroll font.
Wait, does that mean
It's like the Foo
soft?
Fighter logo with one more.
Cursive?
In music? What's FFF?
That's
Triple loud.
fortissimo.
Oh, good lord.
Is that very loud?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the noise
I
I
mean,
make
it
when
works
I'm trying
for
to
the
not swear
shirts.
around a child.
Yeah, we sell loud shirts. And fabrics.
All right.
And we're from Keenlow. Cool.
All right.
Let's switch.
What?
I switch. Shirts. I go into the cart and I have Augie go on Scary Terry.
Oh, okay. So you're laying down beneath the illusion.
No.
You're in the
sitting-
cart
I'm sitting
selling,
in the cart, yeah, with
Oh,
with a bunch of
your
like
sh-
fabrics
with your-
around
with your
it.
physical shirts.
and you're
next
like,
to you.
shirts!
Yeah.
Shirts!
All right.
I'm like shirts.
So,
Trying to sell even here in the customs line.
But not really.
It's the best place.
I'm
the
putting on a show.
guard makes her way up to you and she says, "All right. So you have some fabric goods here. What is your business in Zadara?"
Selling?
Well, we're escaping.
We're leaving.
We're going to a convention.
Which
We're leaving
convention?
Keenlow after the destruction that took place there.
Okay, so we have a convention. We have fleeing from a
Well, it kind of all happened at
Destruction.
once. Did you hear about what happened in Keenlow?
no.
Ooh.
Oh.
Really?
You haven't heard?
Hope you don't have family there.
What happened in Keenlow?
Some drow cultists siphoned the souls from a bunch of people. It was
And
completely...
then a whole big, huge chunk fell into the ocean.
Yeah,
We only vaguely saw that though, because we were already fleeing
Running
the
for our
city.
lives.
Well, you're
we
packing
never
up the
heard it.
cart.
for the conference.
Just happened to happen at the same time.
The conference isn't for a couple days, but we left early because of what happened in Keenlow.
Wait, like, Aurora,
Man, this is awesome.
You really haven't heard what's happened in Keenlow, though?
No, we're kind of out here in the middle, like the checkpoint's still a couple of days from Zadar. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Have you not
It's
had?
a day from
You
Zadar.
haven't had
You've had
people
no
coming through?
refugees?
No.
No, that's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
That's very convenient.
There were a lot of
People fleeing.
Yeah, coming this. They were coming this way, right? Or was
They
it
were
both
going
ways?
They
anyway.
were going, if you think back to the citizens fleeing, they were fleeing east.
Okay. So none of them
not
actually-
west toward, like, through the bad part of the deep roads. They were heading back towards Steel
Keenlow
Farm
is
Gap.
closer to
That's what I
Steel Farm Gap than
Yeah.
it is to
Yeah.
Zadara, though.
Yeah, because it's way over.
Yeah,
So it's
makes
boop, boop,
sense.
they went that way.
Yeah. They went to the closest and least
commit to the
dangerous.
bit.
I'm like, in retrospect, it would have been easier to go the other way when we were running from Keenlow.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't everyone
Hindsight.
coming this way? Oh, they're going the other way.
Yeah, we just thought we'd have an easier time with traveling without the burden of others.
Yeah,
There was a
and
lot
the-
less
You should
traffic this
conference
way.
here anyway.
and the convention.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can't forget about the convention.
Wouldn't have made any sense to go all the way to Steel Farm Gap.
Yeah, might as well make a profit in the end, right, gang?
So
John, I'm
Keenlo.
so sorry. Please don't punish me on Monday.
So Keenlo.
It sounds dirty. Don't say it like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm DMing on Monday. I'm going to pay for every word I say today.
Mantra is just
God,
a punishment
that's
to
so
everyone in the room.
It sounds worse. You made it worse.
You made it worse. You made it too sexy.
I'm sorry.
So Keenlo was attacked by the drow.
Right.
Yep.
Probably.
Not this one. This one helped us.
I know.
Okay. You guys are coming to a conference here in Zadara,
Yeah.
but you left early because of the attack
Mm-hmm.
with your wagon loaded up,
Mm-hmm.
and you came through this way.
Because we were dumb.
Gotcha.
And
Do you-
because
I don't write the plan.
And because
This is
we
our
had the
escort.
conference.
Augie waves, and she's like, "Oh, Steelwing, I recognize you. How's it going? Good. What they said is true." He gives a big thumbs up.
I figured like they would know
my
each
God.
other at some level. Wow.
So I'd say Virio and Kismet have kind of been taking point on the conversation. One of you can make a persuasion/deception check, or
I'm pretty good too.
each of you can make one, or one of you can do it with advantage.
I have +4 to persuasion.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good too.
Okay.
All right, two persuasion checks.
Nope.
21.
5.
Alright.
Together, that's a good number.
I seem like a senile old man.
So, like, as the conversation goes on, she
I'm
starts
like-
shifting her focus over
I'm
to
like,
you
oh,
more.
Grandpa.
I feed the bird on my shoulder.
Well, we'll send them. We'll send a message with the next train.
You have trains?
Oh my
Why
Is it
did we
train?
take that?
Well, they're only from Zadara out to the first checkpoint so far. We've only been working on it for the last year or two.
Oh, okay.
All right. I guess my third question. Do you know what your destination within the city is once you reach it?
The convention center.
It's being held at the university.
Okay. They do have that convention hall. That makes sense. Are you harboring or transporting any illegal goods or known fugitives? We've had word that a known and wanted criminal is traveling in this direction.
What fabrics are illegal?
I mean, the fabrics could hypothetically be like you can hide stuff in stuff.
Oh, I was wondering if there were any illegal fabrics.
Yeah,
in
it
this
was
area.
too.
No.
We have some
'Cause it's
rations.
so- I
Are
would
there
like
any
maybe-
particular fruits or vegetables that are illegal in this
Cheeses?
area?
Wait,
Say again.
Invasive
Cheeses?
species.
Any cheeses or fruits or vegetables or rations that are illegal?
No.
Nothing we can't bring across the border.
Okay.
We should be okay then.
All right.
Yeah, we did bring some cheese from
wait, there's
home.
illegal fabrics?
It's all the hemp.
Hemp-based clothing, I see.
All right.
Like
We
Zadara would
will
be
do
fairly,
the ticketing right here for the tramway. Are you thinking Skyway or Underroad?
Sky.
Skyway, probably.
Skyway. Okay. Your mounts will have to be transported on the Underroad. They'll arrive at the same station, but we'll mark down. Let's see.
I'm like, we'll wrap you in a bolt of black cloth. It'll be fine.
All right.
I've been
So
enjoying running around.
for the tram, it's 25 gold a person and 10 for your mounts.
Oh,
What about for the Underroad?
yeah, what about that Underroad?
Do we
that
need
is-
the mounts?
Yes.
Hey!
Hey,
we get our money back when we get there, remember?
Oh yes, that's right.
Um,
That's right.
Let's see here. Yeah, it'd be 20 gold for the Underroad.
So how much of a difference? Let's take the Skyway.
There is a stable located here as well if you are looking to sell off your mounts as well.
Before.
The standing rate
interesting.
is about 60. Yeah, so that way if you're taking the Skyway, you don't have to pay to drive them into the city, and then somebody will take the tram out, pick up the mount, and then travel on from there instead of picking it up. And that way we don't have like 50 giant spiders in the city.
It might be easier to just sell them off.
Spider parking.
Oh.
Stable fees will get you.
I lean into Wolfie's face.
His big, sad, watery eyes glisten.
I'm going to miss you.
Excellent.
I'm like,
And I sell him.
All right.
Mine and I sell mine.
I sell mine without saying
All
goodbye.
right, so you can all add 60 gold pieces back to your inventories.
I sell the void, but I'm like, go brighten someone else's life.
Yes.
I give
shall
Scary.
do.
I give Scary Terry a big hug.
My
You're selling
salamander
Scary
did
Terry?
not like me.
And
It really
Blue
didn't.
hated you, like start to finish.
Blue, I never ever had a good handle, like, animal
you
handling
didn't.
check with Blue.
All right,
ever.
so you can sell your mount for 60, and it's just 25 per person to get on the
Sky.
Skyway. So
yeah, wait, you're making us do a lot of math here.
35 profit.
yep.
Yeah.
You know, in D&D Beyond.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, not 28. No,
In D&D
that's me.
Beyond.
That's me being an idiot, okay?
So as you guys pass through the walkway, you go through the gate, and your cart is lowered down, and you can see that there are 2 large stations for the tramway. One of them on the left with a big bronze plaque reads Underroad. One of them on the right reads Skyway. You can see there's one on the right which reads Keenlow Express coming soon. It is under construction.
That'll be a rude awakening.
As you bring your cart down, there are a few sort of dock hands that are like, all right, so what are we loading up here? It's cloth.
Yeah.
Does one of them go backwards?
It's 2 trams. It looks like
American Eagle style?
there's like a spot for them to like turn around, so there's like a loop at the end. So it looks like they come down, turn about, go back, one on the Skyway, one on the Underroad. And then as they go to Zadar, they just sort of loop back, and it's just these 2 trams the whole way.
Oh, I have a question.
4.
No, that was it. It was just to cut the audio.
Yes, Uriel, the trains are green.
Well done.
Your mounts are sort of taken off by a few of the dock hands as well and led to the stables. And you are all given your tickets and step up into the tram. As you approach, you can see that there are only, on the Skyway, there is only a 4-car tram, and the Underroad is a 5-car tram. But you can see that some people are loading their mounts onto the the Underroad tramway. And as you stand looking into the trains, that's where we will take our break. Toot toot.
Boop boop.
We'll be back in 10-15 minutes or so.
God, I love being railroaded.
We're literally being railroaded.
Yeah.
We had our choice between 2 railroads.
Yeah. What do you want me to do? Welcome back. Hello. So, last we left, you guys were stepping into the trains. On the tramway, you chose the Skyway road. So, you step
Let's
in.
rob a train.
As
Train
you
heist.
step in, you can see that the interior is very warmly decorated. It's dark oak panels, green and red paint adorns carvings that sort of decorate the walls. Think very like Scandinavian woodworking, like very long depictions of different creatures. Not that you've seen.
Is there a carving of him?
There's a carving of him on the wall that says "A good boy."
Jumps out when you least expect it. And the carving is literally just him.
Down the center of this cart, it looks like there are two carts that are passenger carts. There's a thick red carpet with sort of green swirling patterns going down it. Thick, pillowy leather cushions sort of line the walls. There are 4 long benches in this room, which look like they have a very small gap, but you can lean back and recline in them. And then there's one shorter on the very back wall to your right. Looking down to your left, you can see that there are some tables and chairs mounted to the floors, with a service table at the far end of this cart, behind which you can see a furbolg sort of tending the bar and food station. In the cart you step into, to your right, you see a woman sitting in the back. She has a very large backpack sitting next to her. Dark hair, is reading a book. She kind of smiles politely as you step on board and then goes back to her reading.
She's probably evil.
To your left, you can see a massive Goliath woman who is wearing like very busted up looking like black and brown leathers. And she seems to be working on some needlepoint as you all step in. Then as you look down into the next cart, you can see sitting at the bar with the furbolg is the back of a dwarf, like a very stout, kind of wiry-haired looking dwarf. And at one of the tables on the left-hand side, you see a set of elven twins having a conversation.
Are they hot twins?
They're elven, so probably.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16 to find Jenkins.
Not present.
I was about to say Edward and Lydia.
I look out the
It's their
window.
prequel.
I look out the window to see if there's a giant worm, and I don't know why.
You get this faintest feeling that something bad should be happening, but it
What
seems
sort
okay.
of snacks are at the food station?
Are you making your way down?
I immediately saw a snack station
She's
and was
walking
like,
fast.
Yeah.
You said there was a bar, right?
There is. Go
Oh,
ahead and grab your
fantastic.
figurines off the board here.
oh god.
This for him.
Just because I wanted snacks.
You can see
Now we're in
how
Oh,
the
yeah.
train is laid out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Legos
Wow.
for the win.
They're a bit into his cups right there.
Lady on the bench. Goliath sitting by the doorway here.
Oh yeah, sitting.
Those two are at that table there.
The twins.
Yep.
I'm helping.
Yeah, if you want to slip the toys there, that's fine.
He needs to be
And
on
then
a
the
chair.
dwarf
Oh, I didn't
sitting
see that one.
at the bench
Get
as
it?
well.
Because he's a.
You can grab these
Huh.
things off there as well.
Dwarf. Oh, these
So
are
go ahead
I
and
feel bad now.
position yourselves if you would like to.
Hey, I made a short
Whoa!
joke that wasn't about you. So where was the entrance? Like here?
You came on right here.
Right there.
I should mark that.
Came on pretty hard.
I love the Lego that has the wiggle face on it.
Yeah.
I just like come in and I sit down in at one of the tables.
Okay.
I imagine us. We got on together, turned, and like.
Augie grabs
Booked
a
it,
chair
like,
back
Split
here.
up.
Oh, I gotta pick where I sit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's everyone? Oh,
Here's the bar. Those are the elf twins. Goliath, lady with a book.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most important choice we'll make all year. It sets the tone
what
for the
does
rest
the
of the
lady
year.
with the book look like?
That is.
Got dark
she's
hair.
Wearing, she's got dark hair, dark
That is
features.
like-
She's wearing sort of light bluish tinged robe. It looks like it's sort of been faded from wear. Or not robe, sorry, like leather traveling gear. Big cape. She has a very large backpack sitting next to her, and she's reading a book.
Okay,
She's a travel blogger.
and then there's the Goliath.
And
Okay.
there's a large Goliath lady who is working on her needlepoint. There are two elf twins who are sitting and having a somewhat, not that muted conversation, but they're sort of like joking back and forth. And there's a grumpy, wiry-looking dwarf up at the bar with the furball who is tending it.
Oh, neat. I'm going to go bother the people doing things that they don't want to be
The
bothered
ones that
doing.
look like they're actually doing something.
I'm going to bother a book person first.
All right.
God, this seems like such an old man thing.
Is this book person?
No.
This is Augie.
Yeah, that's Augie.
Book
This
person
book
is old Aurora.
Yeah.
Or Kismet.
Old Kismet.
Do you just sit down and go, hey?
I sit
Right.
down next to them.
What you reading?
So if anyone is going to be doing a bit, interacting, etc.,
A bit.
let me know.
I'm
Plenty
giving
of
a
bits.
snack.
Initiative. Roll initiative.
You say, yeah, that's sort of what we were gonna do. So,
Let me just
Kismet,
RP my bit
Kismet
out.
did say that they were going to be line straight for the
Snacks.
bar, though. So, you step up to the bar, and the
Aunt.
That's.
furball sort
where
of gives
you-
you a friendly like,
That's
"Hey, hi, welcome to the tramway. What can I get you?
Thanks. What's your snack
Hey,
situation?
What are you kind of looking for? We have salty snacks that are like sort of like dried out. We have fruit leather chunks. We have Sammy's.
What is the
Yeah.
pastry situation? Yes, no.
Honestly, if you're kind of like more of a more discerning customer, I just sort of tell you they're not.
Okay, good to know. I will
Yeah.
take something crunchy that I can eat a lot of.
And she like reaches down and you see like puffed corn. She has like a giant bag of it. Eh,
Sold.
perfect. Via silver.
Okay. I pay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my bag of corn and who is
like
this
that.
Archie?
Yeah.
I'll sit right there.
Perfect.
I sat at your table, Archie, with my bag of corn, and I'm like, want some?
Yes, please.
Okay. We're
find-
sharing the popcorn.
I find it funny how ready for battle these train cars look.
Right.
They're all just like, I'm gonna kill someone.
All right. Who would like to go next if you're doing any interaction?
I wanted to go because I was right alongside
Okay,
her.
sure.
And I will. I would like to inquire about the alcohol situation on this car.
She kind of reaches down and pulls up like a little like paper menu thing and holds it up, and you can
Yes.
see like they have like the little shot bottles of alcohol. You can
Like
toss
an
one-
airplane.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have one of each of those three.
Hey, it's only like a 2-hour trip, man.
I might share.
Okay. All right. That'll be
And a sandwich.
Okay. All right. That'll be
And a sandwich.
And a sandwich. That'll be about a gold.
Fantastic.
Cool. She hands them to you. You have 5 shot bottles of liquor and a sandwich.
What are they?
There's Yamison whiskey. There's Chamrada. There's Wed Rhine. There's white wine and
A rosé?
and a rosé. No, and the third one is it just says tequila on a white label.
Sky Rail.
Is it like scribbled on?
It's just like sharpied onto it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Tequila in parentheses probably.
Okay. That was fun.
I am not necessarily going to do a bit or anything. Aurora is trying to not draw attention to herself.
Well, the alcohol man just sat down at your table,
So-
so.
How dare you
Good
call
luck.
my personality a bit?
It's a bit
Overwhelming.
much.
Wah!
All right. Virio and Roland and Archie.
I'm just observing.
All right.
I'm gonna talk to this person.
You sit down next to her.
Attempt to talk to this person.
Roll like sort of
talk to person.
grins and gives you a nod. Hi,
And-
how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. What's you reading?
She's like got like this green book and it's just got like very small lettering. Just this is a stupid fantasy novel.
Oh, fantasy novel.
Yeah,
You're just a fan of the written word.
it's just a nice way to travel. Keeps my mind occupied.
I see. Do you go to the university?
No, not really. I'm just on my way to Zadara to sort of see the sights. I've never been.
Oh, where are you from?
Sorry, I was half listening to what they were saying.
She's going to the convention.
Are you going to the convention? There's a fabric convention
Oh, no,
being
no.
held at the university. Yeah, I heard there will be some stunning silks this year.
Maybe I'll have to swing by and check it out.
Yeah, because it definitely exists.
Well, definitely have to look into it. You said it was where?
At the university.
Excellent. I'll have to swing by. I plan on going up to see the university anyways. It's one of the, crown jewels of the city, so I absolutely wish to go check it out.
Yeah, I used to teach there.
Oh, really? What did you teach?
Oh, I taught barbarian studies within
Oh.
the Vale of June.
Interesting. Did you?
From down the car, you hear weird flex, but okay.
What what did that entail? Did you just have like students just sort of figuring out the different ins and outs of the tribes, or?
Well, I was a bit of a field researcher for quite a while, so I didn't actually have to teach very much. That's what they have the teaching assistants do. They run the classes mostly. I just come in and say, oh, look at all the stuff I've learned for you, you lazy pieces of shit.
Tenure.
That's wow. That sounds
Literally.
sounds like you have a pretty exciting job. Or you said you used to teach there.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm still employed. I haven't been back in a while. When you go on a long expedition, you never know when you come back what's left there waiting.
Well, I don't. That sounds a little exciting for my taste. I'll keep my adventures in the books. Thank you very much.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, oh, sorry, I actually don't have any copies of my books anymore. It seems,
Some caramels.
yeah, I got this bottomless pocket of Werther's originals. If you would like to have one of those.
Sure, I'd take one. What's your friend's name, by the way?
Oh, that's Ruben.
She like reaches out and tries to give him a scritch.
I mean, he's unconscious when he's on my shoulders.
Sleepy boy.
Is he
then,
like
huh?
frozen or like sleeping?
He is incapacitated when he's on
So
my
it's just-
shoulder.
Rear leans over and Rook just.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He's just stuck on there until I tell him to go. He's a special bird.
It seems like it. Thank you for the Werthers you said they are.
Yeah, it's just hard candy.
Ah, all right. She like takes it, unwraps it, and pops it in her mouth.
I was like, you
They're
know,
not bad.
they remind me of tiny pieces of amber. It's very strange. They're very lickable as well.
All right.
I was waiting for it to be like one of your students that you just call like useless shits.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it was. Well, what was your name again?
My name, Jesse.
Jesse, Dr. Virio Tompkins.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Virio.
Feel free to drop my name at the university and report back to me if anyone says anything mean.
I will absolutely do so. And she kind of like goes back to reading her book. Archie, did you have anything?
No, I can come up with any bits.
All right.
We're eating corn watching this.
Yeah, you guys are like, it's
Yeah.
like through that. There's only like a 5-foot pathway between, but you can easily hear it.
Oh, and we are eating popcorn watching this.
Yes. About 10 minutes later, you all sort of like hear the voice come over the. It's not an intercom, but like you can see like up by the front bartender service, there is like a small, just like box, like sort of built into the bar, and you like hear a voice come out of it that says, "All right, folks, we are taking off in 5 minutes." And 5 minutes later, you sort of feel a gentle, and the tram begins to move. As the train is going along, out the windows, you can see that you are still in the Underroad for a while. About an hour passes, 2 hours pass, and then the voice comes back over the intercom and says, "Please return to your seats. We will be making flight in 5 minutes."
I'm like, yes.
At this point, so disguise self only lasts for an hour.
Yep.
And so I have just put my hood up.
Okay.
Is all.
I thought you were gonna say you put your head down.
Put my head down. No, I just put my hood up.
All right.
Like I'm like resting during the journey. Like I have my eyes open, but I'm pretending to like.
Sure.
I'm playing 7
Your
Up.
hair and your hood covering your face.
Yeah, everything's kind of like covering.
Perfect.
Playing 7 Up.
5 minutes later, you all sort of like feel the train begin to sort of lurch upward, and then it like picks up speed, going at an upward angle. And, like you can see that the train is kind of going upward at a 45-degree angle, and it's getting faster. But like all of your items and things like stay in place. Like gravity seems to be locked down in here. And then all of a sudden, the train seems like it's free falling, and through the ceiling panels, you see something explode as these big Zeppelin balloons pop out of the top of the carts and begin to float. And outside, you can see the lazy afternoon above Ashar.
Is it sunny outside?
It is.
Badass.
I'm leaving a face print on the window.
You are very easily able to do so.
Yep.
To the
It's not on purpose. I was just pressing my face to the window.
No. I'm saying that's what Roland is doing.
No.
Like,
to the right, you can sort of see like the sprawling grasslands and rivers of Crossway Hold and a few of the other regions, or the other cities and towns. To the south, you are able to see some farmland, some grassland, and up ahead in the distance, possibly even getting glimpses of what may be the coast.
I can see my coast from here.
Another 20 minutes or so pass, and the woman in back, Jessie, stands up and walks up to the drink car, and she orders a drink. She comes back and she has got like a... Was anyone sitting up by the bar still? I guess Kismet, you would have heard her say like, "I just need one of your bottles of gin and some like black currant if you have it." And she like gives it to her, and she makes this little like dark purple like beverage and walks back and drinks it. She makes her way back, sits in her seat, and as she does, the Goliath begins to tuck away their needlepoint. And the two elven twins stand up and scoot their stools in. And at the bar, the dwarf spins around on his bar stool, his arms still crossed, and he says, "All right, everybody,
I'm like, musical number?
This is a heist!
Train heist! Train heist!
Yay!
Stay in your seats and nobody gets hurt!
I'm like singing and dancing.
We want in.
In the back of the car, Jessie pushes her backpack over, and out tumble these two sort of 12-sided spheres, and they sort of bounce out, and then you begin to hear, and then begin to shift and move and form into these two mechanical dogs.
I'm like, yes! Best heist ever!
So imagine like a movie where like a bank heist goes on and a bunch of the patrons are just like,
This is how you heist!
This is way better than our heist. This is organized.
Yeah!
they join in. Oh, you motherfuckers on the ground now!
She goes, all right, Rosemary, Cinnamon, fetch! And they run over to the door that you came in and chomp the hinges with their metal teeth, and the door flies off. And they, like, you see these big spikes sort of, like, grow from the base of their paws, and they tung, 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 and you can hear them clanging around on the outside of the train. While this is all going on, the others in the car have all drawn weapons.
I'm like...
The furbolg is, like, ducking down behind the bar.
I lean over to Jessie. I point at, like, where the dogs left the window, and I was like, that was rad!
She's got, like, two, like, hand crossbows. She's like, oh, thank you, honey.
Yeah, like we're literally clapping for them right now.
Popcorn and like...
Wow, this is...
Wait, so the only people in this train car
are them and us.
Are the heist people and us.
And
the
bartender.
And the bartender who's, like, shrinking down behind the bar.
Alright,
I'm like...
just let this happen.
Time to make some money.
All right. If okay. Y'all could
I'm
sort
just
of.
impressed with your method. It's
Yeah,
Wait,
you're...
quick question. What's
Yeah.
the heist for? Just the
Well, the-
gold on the
the-
train, or is there something else better?
The back car, the train has all the. Why am I explaining?
We're very curious.
why did the dogs... I have a question. Why did the dogs leave? Because they were the best part, and now they're gone.
Well, they're beginning to detach the rear car, which is where all the goods are held.
Well, you should divulge a lot of information very quickly.
Well, you seem to be very accommodating guests.
as we clap for them.
So,
I have one question.
Yeah.
Is the train still going to reach its destination?
Oh,
when
yeah.
this is
Oh
on?
yeah.
Oh, then...
Is our stuff with us or in the?
Your goods are all with you.
Oh, okay.
Except our cart.
That's just sort of our MO. We sort of like just
you've done
get
that?
in, get the stuff, and get out. We don't want to hurt anybody.
You've done this before?
Wait.
Yeah.
On this
I grab
train?
the cube and I make a mechanical dog up here that doesn't move.
Oh, that's very well. All right. If you could all kindly make your way to the front of the car, that would be super great.
I don't want to sit by them. I have to hang out with them all the time.
I mean, you're already in the front car. It's really just Virio and Augie that need to make their way. Oh, and Roland, I guess.
Oh.
I had gone unnoticed.
So,
I didn't. You were like right behind the camera on the skull.
I've been discovered.
wait, so I can't join the heist. I have heist experience. Well, I don't know what we stole. I can't remember, but it was something.
we re-stole
stole
what we own.
We stole -50 gold.
And
we stole
the orb
back
did not-
less than what we had lost.
I got cool
originally.
wings for 1 hour.
All right. Well,
Sorry, we've had some adventures.
it sounds like it. Y'all seem like a nice bunch, so I appreciate that you're being so accommodating. Most people usually yell, "No, don't take my stuff."
Well, I mean, like, what are we really gonna do about it, right? Like, what do those people do about nothing?
Well, some of them try to put up a fight. We just usually thump their gourd and leave anyway.
Oh, thumping gourds,
Yeah.
They're my favorite rock band.
Oh, very good, very good. That was a good joke.
From like the middle of the train, the big Goliath goes. Good.
I'm like, what needle point were you working on? I was curious earlier.
She like reaches into her cloak and pulls out, and it just sort of says, "I hate Mondays," but it's like, it's not good.
You got those big Goliath fingers.
It takes practice.
I just thought you were gonna say it was just a ball of light.
I thought he was gonna say heist.
It's heisting time. But they slowly all like begin to move toward the back of the car, and after a few
Wait, rewind.
Yep.
I heist Mondays.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it says that. We'll edit it.
Has everybody come back?
No.
They've all made their way to the back where
Yeah.
they were here. So yeah, the dwarf, which by the way, the dwarf like hops down from the stool and he is still not uncrossed his arms and he's like walked up to the walked back to the rear of the train.
I lean over and quietly say, "Are we gonna let this happen? For real?"
I don't really have any
It's a
fundamental
victimless crime.
issues with it.
I mean,
You're a victimless crime.
I have a question.
Your mom.
Heisters?
Heist DM.
Jesse, we have questions.
Yeah.
Where's James?
Yeah. That's not really a sentence, honey.
Very charismatic.
I got some popcorn stuck in my mouth.
That's all right.
Are you gonna kill anyone?
No, that's not our MO.
Oh,
We
then
can
I
help
don't
it.
care.
Yeah, this seems alright.
You guys have like a group name or something?
Yeah,
You
it's
seem
cooler
fairly
than
professional
ours.
about this.
We're the
Our
Red
fam-
Herring Gang.
Oh my god. I'm like Mr.
And they all
Machine.
rip off the front of their cloaks, and you can see two red fish crossed in an X across the
I
front
wanted
of
the
the
big
ropes.
red R.
Too copyrighted.
With a little H in the corner. For Harry.
Wait, can we watch and see how this is done? We've tried heisting before. It
I
didn't.
mean, if you want, you can look through the back window here.
Oh.
And like now that you kind of look behind her, you can see like down below there's like the hinges that like connect the trains. The two dogs are like still like zzz, like welding like arc cutting through the metal.
I'm like,
This is rad.
All right, well,
how do you build a dog?
I bought them.
Oh.
I'm not an artificer per se, but there are folks in Zadara who make them.
That means I can buy another dog.
You have a dog?
Trevor pops out from under my
Oh,
hood.
he's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
All right, well,
I still only have one eye.
No.
no.
Okay. Oh,
I always picture him with
I know,
one
I
eye.
do too when you say it. I'm
always
like,
do.
blink, little like mutant puppy, but no, he does
Whenever
have
you
two
say
eyes.
Trevor's name, I just picture a dog with one eye in the middle, and I'm like, aww.
One big eye.
Still cute. All right, well,
No, I'm not gonna get in your way.
Fenrick's thinking really hard.
Augie is sort of just like
Winnie the Pooh, like.
He hurt himself in his confusion.
Augie has like made his way up to the front bar, and he's like trying to like.
I had him one of mine.
But yeah, a few minutes later, they're like, well,
Wait, hold on.
yeah.
Are you? So you're detaching this? How are you getting off this thing?
Well, the hot air, we're gonna jump on it. The hot air is gonna run out, and we got a drop point, and we got these Featherfall enchantments with us. So
Oh man, this is so cool,
This is-
guys.
Yeah.
they're like really organized.
trial and error. We weren't this well-oiled machine when we started out.
How many
Oh,
were there
God.
when
I
you
assume there were
started?
more of
About
you.
15.
Oh,
We got 4 on the ground though to help load up when we land.
nice.
And to grade your fall.
See if we stick the landing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just look out the window and see a big target.
Yeah.
Like a mile
Just way
away.
down below, you can see a few like people in the same outfit. Just
I'm like, I like lean over to the bartender and I'm like, you chill?
I mean, they're not gonna kill anybody. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say? Die for things you can't even like, get in front. I'm like one person.
Die for your minimum wage job?
No, exactly.
No.
I'm just here to pay the fucking bills.
Does this train have insurance?
Oh.
You're not helping.
I'm keeping my head down, but I'm not disguised anymore. And I just say, are you wanted in any cities?
The hooded figure asks.
Yeah. Zadara and surrounding areas.
How do you?
How'd you get
past
through customs?
Oh,
I'm very curious.
I mean, we just sort of walked through and said that we were just sort
Going
of
to a
various-
convention?
Well, I was on my way for a tour of the city because I got family that lives there. Cindy, she points to the Goliath, was on her way to go attend some barbarian studies, which turns out
Oh hey.
you teach.
Yeah.
The boys over there, she points to the twins, they're just on their way to hit the coast because they're taking a ship on a coastal tour. And Jimmy, I couldn't really say for Jimmy, he bullshits his way through somehow. And Jimmy, like, standing there, like, gives you, like, a kind of, like, sly grin, and then his foot raises up and waves.
He's a dwarf?
Yep.
Good old foot hands.
And I'm like, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Well, his moniker is Jimmy the Foot.
Oh.
Jimmy, why don't you show him? And, like, he's like, all right. And you hear this, psh, and the two arms fall off. And they begin to crawl across the floor, like, upright, like the thing. And Jimmy, like, pulls a crossbow out from under his robes with his foot and begins to, like figure 4 yoga pose and, like, aims his crossbow around the room.
God, you guys are so cool.
Yes.
All
Now
I've
I kind
got
of want to fight him.
is trident and this new armor. Like, that's pretty much it.
I'm
That's
like, don't
nice.
try detaching your arms.
I do,
Jimmy's arms sort of skitter back up and then...
I do know a thing or two about being wanted.
Wow! Wow!
I don't know much about being wanted, me, Jimmy the Foot.
Oh!
I've got a tragic backstory that involves my arm loss, but we'll hear about that at another time.
Have they not invented
Are you
fast
sure?
Wink, wink. I mean,
Yeah, during
what,
their campaign.
you're wanted as well.
I pull my hood down.
It's a person!
Hello?
Do they recognize me?
Nope.
You don't know who I am?
Sort of,
no.
Bitch, please.
sort of vagabonds,
Oh.
sort of live out in the wilds.
I have a similar...
Do you pay taxes?
No.
Oh!
Ah, see, that's what I'm wanted for. Tax evasion.
Tax evasion?
I'm a really badass, bad tax evader.
Uh-huh. Well,
I mean, we've also killed people.
good luck
so
on
there's
your
that.
future tax evasion.
Stop that.
You have advantage on your next
sorry.
tax evasion roll.
I know they go
I don't
click
think
clack,
I do.
Archie.
Click, clack,
Archie has the, like, kernels that didn't pop, and is
Yeah.
like...
Yeah. Just dropping them into the bowl.
There's just too much chatter going on for this heist.
I mean, the dogs are
carry on,
doing
carry
all
on.
the work.
I'll get out of your way.
I mean, we really just need to go where we're going.
Alright, well, sounds good to me. Well, if y'all ever find yourselves out in the wild and you come across the Red Herring Gang, just mention the name Jesse the Mad Cutter, and I'll,
You don't have knives.
I mean, aren't crossbows kind of knives that you can shoot?
Fenric just falls down.
That's what I said and no one believed me.
Well,
Why are
I'm
you
like-
on the cutter?
I feel like we're looking at what we could be.
Yeah, we could be this great.
this is you in 4 levels.
We could be so cool. So edgy.
People would know who we are.
I am so edgy.
Drop everything and become criminals.
Wait,
Become
what have we been
criminal?
doing this entire
Will
time?
you become criminals?
We're heroes.
Debatable.
Well,
No,
we
not
tried
really.
the criminal
We're kind of
thing.
just
like
not.
we've tried the hero thing, so now we're just kind of there.
We're just
Yeah.
kind of a group of losers.
Well, what's y'all's handle? I don't,
We're, first fancy fabrics.
Fabulous. For your falafel fabric.
The conference was a lie.
I knew. I know.
Well, you're a lot more, noticeable than the
Insightful.
checkpoint. Yes, thank you, Archie. Insightful than the city guards.
I'm like, he taught people.
I mean, like, they're checking out. Y'all were towards the back of the line, I think I saw when you were coming in, so that's a good place to be if you're trying to catch a guard being tired and not that discerning.
I think we're just kind of a group of bad people trying to be good people.
Hey, I'm not gonna fault you
Ish.
for that. So everybody's excuse you.
That popcorn.
Everybody's on their own journey. Our drop point is here, so with that, I must bid you
Stay on the
adieu.
payload.
Stay on the payload. That's right.
Let me know if anyone tells you that I'm crazy or something.
When you go to the
going.
university.
When you go to the universe, let me know.
All right. All right. The two elves make their way over. And they both sort of grab onto the scruff of Jimmy the Foot's collar
God.
and shoot a grappling hook out the window. Both of them, they all swing out.
So cool.
And then you see Cindy the Goliath walk over with these they sort of seem like modified. Oh God, what are they called? The climbing picks. Pittons, yes. But they have big, sharp, extended blades on them, and she just sort of dong, slams one into the side, dong, and you see it coming through the walls as she makes her way across. Then she jumps across the train behind, and then Jesse, the Mad Cutter, pulls out another grappling hook and says, "Bye." And then with that, and you feel the back of the train swing a little bit. And you see the boxcar behind you slowly begin to descend.
It'd be a shame if someone just blew up that balloon.
Wouldn't it?
Another hour begins to pass.
I thought you were gonna give us a chance to
If
talk
you
about blowing up the balloon.
No!
you're rapidly traveling, so if you were gonna do something,
No!
that was the time.
Now we have friends in the wild.
I grab a javelin.
Listen,
and I
we've
kinda
got
put it
slime
back.
friends, we've got wild friends, we've got a
friends in
whole
high
army.
places and
This
low
We
is-
have a whole army.
This is
forming.
kind of a new thing for us. We're actually making friends.
Yeah, we just made
Well,
friends with criminals.
I don't
Swatted
know.
criminals.
The
Progress.
slime man wasn't
They're
a criminal.
misunderstood.
That's true.
They're misunderstood, yeah.
They live beyond the law.
The law kind of sucks.
I know, taxes.
Yeah, sometimes taxes are good, and the money, if it goes to the right places.
Yeah, funding public education.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't just
And feed
do
the
tax
paladins.
evasion, though. I kind of bribed everyone all the time.
Yeah, and that weird thing that person said about your parents.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Wait, where's my money?
What?
Show me the money.
What money?
Gotta bribe us more.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay, we don't work for her anymore, do we?
Okay.
You haven't worked for
Wait.
me for ages.
Over a year now.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Apparently.
Why am I still
What do you
here
even-
then?
What are you still here
Because we're...
for?
There you go.
That's such
It was a journey, but you got
I saved the
It
sentence.
became cohesive in the end there. The 11th hour.
What are you still here
Four.
for?
Boom.
Got it in one.
and a half.
That sounds
How's
like
the furball
a very personal question.
I slam down another silver and I'm like, more popcorn!
They sort of shakily hand you the bag. It's and we want a drink. It's on the house. I can just say they took it.
Oh,
I'll have another round.
I'll have a cup of tea, please.
rad.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna give
Yeah,
this
they
guy
stole
10
one
gold.
cup of tea.
No,
They
I
waited
stole a
around.
cup of tea.
You all enjoy your snacks and beverages. Another hour passes, and
Oh, should we split up that gold we found?
Yes.
No.
Which
I
one?
have your crate. You know this, right?
That's
I
true.
carry your crate around.
Wait, what? No, I have it again because
Oh.
we emptied it out to do more.
To do the
Yeah.
boxes?
Yeah.
The gold weighs a lot, so you had to put the gold back in the box, right?
Or in Kismet's bag.
Yeah. Either way, we should really split this up, King.
yeah.
Is this what we need to clarify which gold?
The gold from the room where we got this cool, sweet new armor.
Oh, okay.
That gold.
In all the sacks.
There's a lot of sex. You had a lot.
Listen, I love all of you in your own special ways, but in no way do I trust you with my money.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, us.
No.
I only have my own money right now.
Yeah, the one that was stolen. I have 400 gold worth of gemstones.
Nice.
But I also did not take any items from the room.
That's fair.
Can you use those gemstones for anything?
Like magic?
Money.
Like magical?
Well, yeah, but
That'd be
like
nice to have.
money.
I have 600 gold from my sack. Was there another one?
No.
I got through it without doing anything.
I
in
think
Kismet.
that was the only big
Becca just
goal.
steamed
Can we
up
just
her-
say from the room to, you know,
But it's in my sack.
And
alleviate?
his sack's in my box.
That's all right. When we were doing the encounter on the last scene, I had to re-edit the scene because every time I wanted to say the shaft of the staff is cracking, I realized I couldn't use the word shaft. So
Have I told you the
Yep.
story about my mechanical engineering class of tolerances? And
Nope.
my professor said the words shaft and hole, and we had 2 lectures about how the shaft fits in the hole. And like, if the shaft is too big, if the hole is like too big or too small. Literally, that's what being a mechanical engineer
Oh
is.
my goodness.
good.
And it was like a whole lecture through it, and I didn't faze me. The next one came around, I'm like,
Wow, he's really because I think he did some hand motions. I'm like,
this is very vulgar.
Are we being trolled?
And every time he said it, I was just trying not to laugh in like this dead ass silent room.
I would have laughed.
but you know, if someone started laughing,
Everyone.
would.
I would have been that
But I'm
person that
learning.
laughed.
Yeah, fair.
We're all trying to do
Yeah.
math in
Shafts
our
and
head.
holes.
Okay, well, let's...
There's
Okay.
nothing like turning you off than trying to do math in your head.
Time passes, and the city of Zadara comes into view.
Goodness.
Yeah, I will give out 100 gold to everybody out of my sack.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
motherfucker.
Its many
Thank you.
tiered sections glisten in the sunlight as the sun goes down. The hammer gates, the council chambers, the College of Ashar, all in their places. Smoke and a red glow come from beneath the city, from the steamworks. The floating gardens near the docks burst with color. Above the city, whipping across the now dark purple sky, is the banner of Zadara. A dark red flag with a golden gear. Beneath it flies another flag with the smaller symbols bearing the council, those who control the city. An anvil, a lightning bolt, a coin, a hammer, a pickaxe, a sheaf of wheat, and a ship. It's Settlers of Catan. The 7 Merchants Guild. The tram begins to descend, sort of floating over the outer portion of the city, landing about a mile or 2 within the city's borders. You can see that this is clearly the train station. There are people lined up outside waiting to get onto the next ride. There are those who are sort of corralling the goods, waiting to get loaded up. And your tram comes to a landing. You can see that the... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say right before it lands, I say, should we be like Should we be like scared? Pretend that like we just got robbed?
I mean,
You know?
It's
I
been
mean,
a
it's
while.
been a while.
Okay.
so we
Just-
Just want to be on
I
the
was-
same page so we don't have a conference issue again.
I was just gonna like tell him they had holes in the side that they should probably patch up.
So as your tram lands, you can see some city guard rushing up.
Nerd.
My hood is up, and I cast disguise self.
Right. As you do, one of the city guard hops in through the door. It is a gnomish gentleman with a very long, like Salvador Dali mustache. His hair sort of brushed back and over with these big swirling
Oh my god.
sideburns. He wears a very bright breastplate. Basically, picture like one of the 3 Musketeers sans the hat. He steps on board and goes, "What the hell happened here?"
Well, you got some holes in the side of your tram.
I can see that. I am Reynald the captain of the Chevaliers.
Is that the name of this ship?
No, that is the
It's
name.
French for musketeer.
What?
Have muskets been invented?
See,
Pistols
we
have.
are but lowly passengers, but you do
Gunneteer.
have an employee here who could probably explain to you the best about what happened.
It makes a lot of sense, I suppose. Don't go anywhere. And he like sort of like very haughtily marches up to the front. Of
I'm
the
like, are
train.
you going anywhere?
You have no idea how tempted I am to just turn into a bat and fly away.
He begins to question the furball who like corroborates the story that, well, I guess you didn't really tell him, but they begin to, he corroborates nothing.
There was a heist. There are holes in the wall. Yes, there
A
are.
heist happened. But the furball begins to say that there were some robbers and they jumped on the train and they took the back car with some robot dogs, and then we were all on the train. And okay, look, I'll level with you. I gave them free drinks. It seems like something I should have comped. They had a rough ride, and the gnome was just going. All right.
Handcuffs. Free drinks.
Do any of you have anything else to add?
The mechanical dogs were sick as fuck.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really good heist.
Noted.
Did you write it down?
It was very well planned and very organized.
Did they give you any indication of their names?
No.
Any indication of the collective?
Oh,
they
the
belonged
dogs'
to?
names were Rosemary and Cinnamon.
Okay.
They were, I believe they were the blue swordfish.
Aurora and Fenric, go ahead and make deception checks, or one of you with advantage.
You want it each do?
But we're decepting about different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really, so.
Okay.
Do I get advantage with
No.
disguise? No?
Nope, it's either both of you get to roll, or one of you with
Oh.
advantage.
Oh, I see. You just roll with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 19 on my first one.
Yeah.
Alright.
I did understand what your question was, or what your
Alright.
thing was.
Alright, well, I suppose, if we need to find you, we will find you in the city.
Yeah, we're at the convention.
I'm glad we could help, sir.
What convention?
Okay, bye!
Yeah.
You all step off the platform, and as you make your way out, you can see that there is a lot of people obviously running around trying to figure out what the hell's going on, but you are able to make your way into the city of Zadara.
Downtown, one might say.
Downtown. To the north and west, it seems to be sort of residential. There are some shops open if anyone would like to go spend money or sell things. There's a bathhouse. There are a few what look to be sort of guard posts, sort of all like about every 3 blocks or so you can see a large sort of mounted station. Most of the city guard are gnomes and dwarves, but they're all of that chevalier appearance, so they are not hammers of Maradrin. But they do seem to sort of be very regularly interchanging and patrolling.
Are there hammers of Maradrin?
There is a presence of them in the city, but they are not like the main guards down in this area that you are in. So, grab my...
I guess we could browse for a while. Do we have anywhere that we need to be?
What time's the convention?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me check my invitation. I reach into my pocket and I pull out the middle finger.
So it's at 1?
Yes, it's at 1.
Cool.
Actually, as you do that, I cast Minor Illusion, and you have an invitation in your hand. Giving you a middle finger.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Look at this.
I'm just like,
Oh.
I'm like, wait, you were important enough to get invited? You're a guest?
He's the speaker.
I have fine fabric wares. What can I say?
He's the host. He didn't even know it.
Such fine fabric wares.
I twirl my new leather riding cloak. They're stolen.
Whisper shouts.
All of her fucking clothes are.
Augie, Aurora wants to ask Augie a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you have any idea where Quincy might have gone? No?
More importantly, where did that man go?
Been taken, I guess.
Been taken.
Yeah,
Is
by
that his name? Ben Taken?
Benjamin Taken.
Ben
By
Taken.
Sony Tark.
Where do you usually stay in the city?
I mean, fairly close to this inn, which is located by a lot of very loud dogs.
Were we supposed to find an inn in the city, or was it a different city?
Oh, no, it was. We were supposed to meet up.
Oh my god, Virio's notes.
Oh, hold on.
I remembered something.
Yes, the Starling Inn.
Except we asked for a different
We
one.
asked for the Grackle Room.
Ah, yes.
That's the secret code, but Quincy won't be there because Quincy was
Stolen?
stolen.
It could be a good place to start, though, looking for
Maybe she escaped.
clues.
Yeah, quite
To the
possible.
mystery mobile.
We don't have a cart anymore to make it.
Nope.
We don't have any cart anymore.
It was it now belongs to the red herrings. They gained our
blue,
cart.
The blue swordfish?
Yeah, they took our cart.
Did they take our cube as well?
No, I have the cube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't take anything from you guys personally. They just wanted to cut off the back cart.
I'm sure there'll be consequences for that later, but right now I don't care.
They could be that we made friends.
Positive.
Those are
True.
good consequences.
Positive consequences.
Maybe we made friends, Roland.
Sorry, I'm just not used to the sensation. It's weird. It's very foreign to me.
You're like,
That's because I didn't make friends with you.
Well, I mean,
You were hiding.
So
I
I
was
would like
keeping to myself.
find a nice little shop that would possibly know what the fuck my armor does.
I almost just spat out my tea.
You're able to make your way. Go ahead and make everyone go ahead and just make a general investigation check or perception check to see how well you can navigate
Fuck!
the area
Doesn't
around
matter.
here.
I know this city and I don't know my way around. 5.
Oh, 6.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
I
Wait,
rolled
what
a
is-
2,
oh,
but I
what
got
are
a
we
9.
nine.
Investigation or perception.
For what?
To see like what if you can find what you're looking for. Archie, what was that?
That's all I forgot to add it.
Oh, then I rolled a
Investigation?
21.
Or investigation or perception. 3.
No, I'm sorry, 4. 4. It's a 4. It's a 4.
I wasn't looking for anything.
Okay.
I don't know why I kept pulling on my hand. I could just tell you.
I wasn't looking for anything either. I just know exactly where I am in the city.
Okay. You would
The
know
train station.
there are a few. This is definitely not like the high tiered section for the shops within the city.
Beck is dying.
But there is a magic shop somewhat nearby that you could go inquire within Vireo if Aurora would give you the information.
I'm like walking around, I'm like, where could a shop be? Oh, sorry, Archie, I bumped you.
Right,
Didn't
like
see you there.
pacing in front of the shop.
Well, the first time
I
was
don't
cake.
tell him.
No, you bastard!
I assume you would know the city that you lived in.
Yeah, well, my memory's a little foggy. I'm sorry.
You're old, we know.
Aurora, what is your? Did you cast Disguise Self again?
No, at this moment I am wearing my hood up.
Okay, go ahead and make just a general stealth check.
Okay. Well, it has been an hour since I cast it last.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, since
Yeah, we were interviewed by the police.
All right.
Is it now one? Damn.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's literally dabbing eyelash. She gets off the train.
Yeah.
And the hood
Guess
just
who's
flies
home,
off.
bitches?
Walk past a wanted poster and go,
Hello!
like me!
No, yeah, I just rolled a nat one.
Just can't get my nose right.
As you're walking, you're kind of walking past a little bistro on one of the corners, and like sort of denying helping Virio out. You trip over a table and just clatters onto the ground, and a bunch of like the customers and like employees like pop their heads off. What the hell just happened? What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I just couldn't see past my hood.
Whoop, didn't see you there. My bad.
Looks like I gotta kill a bit more witnesses.
No.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Rooted.
Right from the middle of it.
Starts flapping his wings.
Rugden just sort of oh, jeez, what the hell with this? One of them has like a broom
I pull out
swirling.
my staff as Rookton is flying around and have it start making more bird noises.
All right, go ahead and roll the d4 for that charge.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A 2?
2, okay. So you use one of its charges and it sounds like more birds.
Wait, this says 1d6 plus 4 changes per
Oh, that's
day.
right. Yep, it's decent.
Charges.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have plenty of charges to use.
I mean,
Yeah.
use prestidigitation to make musical note bird noises too.
What the hell are you people doing?
Bird
Sorry,
convention!
my bird is not
We're going
trained
to
very
a
well.
bird convention, and then I throw my mask on. My my bird mask. The avian mask that I carry.
Actually, not bad.
We're going to a bird
Go
convention.
ahead and make a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Because of all of the birds.
Yes.
Doing like
Okay.
a chicken dance in the middle of the road.
Did you get the advantage?
19.
Okay. They seem to sort of like, all right, well, just watch where you're going.
I'm so
I
sorry.
flipped the table back up for them.
Okay.
I'm
I
so
flipped the
sorry.
Grab them and like sort of put things back on the table. The main waiter is like over apologizing to the people that were sitting at the table. I'm so sorry.
Oh, there was a table with people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
More with
So they were just minding their own business as somebody crashed.
Just crashed. They're like,
just like,
they
I
had
told
their
the
dinner
birds
on their table.
Oh no.
Like the candle went flying. Like,
Jared's dead.
good.
Jared's gone. We lost him.
And then we're going to a bird convention.
He's just getting flapped in the face by a bunch of birds, and then like a million birds.
Yeah, it's just all of a sudden a cacophony of just bird explosion happens.
Jesus. Did this work?
I didn't even know there was a bird convention going on.
Did we get more attention from this?
I give the couple, that's just one couple, right? Right. I give them a gold piece to pay for their dinner. And I apologize.
Thanks.
I'm very sorry that I've ruined your dinner.
Well,
This will pay for your dinner.
I like him behind her, and I'm like,
Fenwick's behind her going.
And I'm just like, I'm very sorry. While they're like flapping in the background and I have my mask on.
okay.
Rooted. No.
At that moment, like the staff bring out like their very fancy squab dinners and put them back on the plate.
Awkward. Walk away.
All right.
Let's walk away.
So are you sure there's no magic shots?
Do I know if there's a magic shop? I mean, I roll it.
Yeah, you'd be
I
okay
tell
with it.
Virio where the magic shop is.
we are such assholes.
That might help him.
She's the asshole. She knocked over.
Sybil's
the-
Curiosities is nearby.
I go into Sybil's Curiosities and leave these posers.
You step in the door. It's a very basic magic shop. Just a few wooden shelves with a few different tinctures and potions on them. Very simple magic items. Just sort of sitting up behind the front counter as you walk in. A very, very tiny, withered-looking old gnomish woman is behind the counter. Oh, a customer this hour.
What?
Can I do to help you?
I can't hear you.
She reaches and pulls out a small, like, trumpet thing and sets it on the counter. Welcome to my shop! I apologize for your bad hearing. I'm Sybil.
I pull out a horn and give it to my ear.
What can I help you with, my good man?
I'm looking. I'm looking to find out what this armor I have acquired does.
You're looking to see what an armoire in your choir does?
It's not a choir convention. It's for fabrics and birds.
What? You want to have an item identified?
Yes.
Oh, well, set it on the counter, dear.
Why did you say so? I begin to disrobe.
I may have misheard you. I'm married. Thanks anyway.
No, it's the armor. The armor's being identified.
You're right now. You're funny.
That's all well
Something
and
else
good.
is being identified.
Please put on. She reaches underneath and pulls it like a towel. Please cover yourself with this, please.
Oh, is it magical?
Well, in a way.
I wrap it around at chest height.
Yeah, like a towel, mini skirt on.
It's the towel of covering.
She takes your armor and sort of begins to go over it. She goes over for 10 minutes or so, murmuring to herself. Oh. You had this on when you came in, right?
Yes. What?
You should go see someone about that.
Why?
You may open.
Do I have an STD? I haven't done it in years.
Sometimes they fester for a while before symptoms begin to show.
Syphilis would explain so much about Miriam.
At this point, I've heard the shouting, and I would like to come in.
It has just been
him.
just a screaming match inside.
May I learn about my armor as well?
Without the shouting match.
You drew a troll face.
I did.
Okay.
She goes over yours as well, Fenric, and you may also open yours.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you, it says the same thing as Virio's.
Ooh, that's not fun. Ooh, I do not like this. I do not like this at all.
I'm gonna like that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
actually a pretty
this
impressive
is just
troll
like
face, though.
Thanks.
just like syphilis.
Sorry about that. You got kind of hosed there. Where did you find these?
I cursed him.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah, it's not great, buddy. I tap him on the shoulder. I don't want you to know my dirty secrets. You don't want to know this. Oof. Oof. Duh.
Yep.
Ooh.
So you will have to find someone who can perform the spell, remove curse. It can be removed from yourselves, but not the armor.
So no bathhouse, huh?
I was really hoping you were gonna
if-
beeline it.
If you didn't say that, I was going.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, damn.
God, we're gonna be stinky boys.
Dry shampoo for you boys.
Are you cursed with smelliness?
Not quite.
Not well.
Kind
No,
of.
That'll be a gold each for the identification.
Yeah,
Thank you for your custom.
That's fair enough. I pay her 2 gold.
Thank you.
I put the armor back on.
If you're already cursed.
Yep.
Yep.
Might as well.
Might
Can't
as
get
well.
more curse.
Ain't getting any better.
Back to work.
Thank you for shopping at Sybil's Curiosities.
Oh, fuck.
Is there anything around in this store of
There
interest?
there's a few, it's all very, baseline potions.
Okay.
It's, some of it's, weed killer, some of it's,
Oh, not what you
Is
want.
there a health
So,
potion?
Can I hand her a
No.
gold
Okay.
and ask her about my staff?
Certainly, dear. And she puts it on the counter. Okay. You can open your card as well.
You should also see a doctor.
Maybe a gyno.
You really,
Taped it?
Well, I had taped theirs first, so I was in a really protective mood.
That's fair. I would have opened it.
Yep. I was thinking about just
Knife
folding
here if
it.
you wanna.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
She's got a knife. You just want to run that across the screen.
Oh, I've actually had a pocket knife on me this entire time.
Perfect. Actually, I think I have one in my.
I was gonna say that actually feels very Roland.
I've got knives.
Who needs knives? I got knives. I got knives all over the place.
I literally have 4 daggers on me at the moment.
All right.
What does
Good.
it do?
You don't have to share. You can keep it a
It
secret.
does nothing.
That's what I did.
Nothing that would have happened yet.
Nothing that would help or hurt.
Well,
Nice. Interesting.
Except for a pretty funny goof.
Insight
Yeah.
check.
Well, I believe her.
Yeah, same.
Cool. I might need to stop at
Oh, I never rolled my.
20's under 10.
a place, a clergy.
This is
We grind quick and level
We have
me
a
up. I
cleric.
can learn the spell.
That was the thing is I was writing this down and I was like, fuck, we have a paladin and a cleric. They hit level 3 yet? No, they can't. Yes.
Yeah.
God.
I have it.
Would we as travelers with them notice anything about them that would
It does not seem to manifest in any.
like physical way?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh God.
So we would have no idea that they were cursed except for the reactions they just had in this shop.
Oof,
Yep.
oof, rough,
Okay.
buddy. Rough time we're gonna have. Real rough.
I'm like, who's up for bathhouse?
No,
Yeah. No. Well.
no. I've gotta go see someone about a thing. Fenric, you wanna come with me? This might be a good.
Bonding trip.
Yeah. This might be a good thing to do before, the weather starts getting bad.
That's a good point.
Yeah. We should really.
A thunderstorm in the distance flashes lightning threateningly.
I guess.
I
I
mean-
really like this armor, though.
I mean, we might be able to keep the armor and just remove.
Yeah, let's just put it back in the. No, we can't put it in the box because that holds.
No, it doesn't matter because the armor can be removed. Wait, can be removed from you, but not from the. Oh yeah, damn it! I did read the fine print. Damn, you're right. This was good armor. Oh. Well, maybe we can sell it to some suckers.
Literally the phrase I was about to use.
Would I know, like, the hotel is the Starling that's here in the city?
Mhm.
Would I know where it is?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Because you sort of lived in the higher end part of the
Yeah.
city when you were in the city. So
But I
this is
also
sort of
live,
not-
I mean, I was a slave as well, so I've
Mhm.
lived, I don't know, I was kind of like a street rat
Mhm.
for a little while. I'm sorry, which one am I doing?
Intelligence.
Yeah, it's a general intelligence.
Think. Memory check. Wait, which one?
That was just
Brain
a 10.
thick.
It's a 10. You have an idea that it's probably somewhere in this district, but it's a very big city, and
Okay.
you have not been here in a long time.
What's it called?
Okay.
You're looking
Starlight.
for Starling.
Starlight. We can just ask for directions.
Yeah, let's ask Sybil.
We don't do
I
that.
walk up to Sybil.
Oh, welcome. I'm sorry, dear. We're closing soon.
I only need.
closing soon.
I love everything.
Yes.
Y'all know where the starlighting is?
The
The bird hotel. Starling?
The Starling. Well, it's about maybe about a 15-20 minute walk to the northwest.
Perfect.
If
Thank
you
you.
if you pop up, you'll sort of see like getting to the edge of the sort of middle class section of town. It'll start looking more like a transportation sort of area. You'll kind of be in that. It's more or less by the train tracks.
Okay, got it. Bless you.
Right where we
Yep.
started.
Actually, as you've been walking through town, you could see that, but in the city itself, there is also sort of a trolley that winds through the
okay.
city.
Cool.
Cool. I walk out of the shop to where all of them are standing, and I'm like, 15 to 20 minutes north, train tracks.
We could just meet there after you guys see your person that you want.
The person about a thing.
The person about a thing?
What time of day is it?
The sun is beginning to set.
Okay.
I should say it was setting when you landed. It is in its final throes of daytime.
Well,
Maybe it's time to turn in.
As the sun sets and like the light actually sort of from the sun disappears, you can see that the lampposts that are sort of leading down the streets all sort of pop into light on their own.
Nice.
And kind of given the description that you were sort of told about the situation in Ashar and Zadar, that they were in a massive recession and that, like, you know, it's really, really rough to get by looking around, you wouldn't know it. It looks like it's all fine and dandy in this part of the city. The nightlife is beginning to kick off. That bistro has now got a bunch of people just sort of sitting around at tables, laughing, drinking. There's some music playing.
I'm like, we won't be let back in there.
There are a lot of parts of the city.
That haven't had you trip over their tables.
True.
hey,
But I
Augie, you want to
meant-
hit up the nightlife?
I mean, if we get our butts kind of planted somewhere first, maybe. I mean, it's been a long day.
I'd like
I
to
wouldn't
get,
wouldn't mind taking the day off tomorrow or something though. I'd be down for that. So you're cursed,
day
huh?
off.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've been cursed. I want to get ahead of this one and have Aurora maybe be able to help us. So I tell Aurora how it's cursed.
All right.
If we are submerged in water, we take 3d4 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get rained on, it's 2.
So you're afraid of water now?
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
I thought
Good
you
thing
guys.
she's a water genasi.
I was like 100% sure it was gonna be your dicks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if water gets on, if I get wet,
Yep. very, very. Just try not to sweat really hard.
I drink my tequila.
tequila's not water.
You pour it all over your armor. Take that.
I shower in pure alcohol now.
You'll be disinfected.
So you have.
I guess thaumaturgy make a clap of thunder.
You'll hear a-
I pee my pants and it hurts.
But not for
I
the
feel
reason
like
you
that
think.
would give you psychic damage for like a different
It is the STD.
So you have the location of the Starling, and you two are looking for a cleric potentially.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
looking for some nearby clergy.
Someone who can fix it.
Kind of looking in the northwestern direction you were directed towards the Starling, you can see that there is a smaller temple of Meradrin in this district. So as you make your way by, you can see it is very similar to the other temples for the Hammers of Meradrin that you have seen back in Steel Farm Gap, that is. But it's much smaller. White building, sort of gold-plated round roofs, stained glass windows. The two double doors on it are open, and you can see inside the chapel itself. Very simple, just long benches and a large golden symbol. Well, it's actually bronze symbol up at the front, sort of up on a small pedestal, and it is a large warhammer embedded into a bronze anvil.
What do I know about the relationship between Madradin and the Raven Queen? Are they like cool with each other? Do they?
Go ahead and make a religion or history check.
I'm not good at either of those.
Perfect.
Oh, 16.
16. They a lot of the gods have beef with one another, or a lot of them are allied with one another. They just sort of exist separately. The Hammers of Meradrin represent justice and law, and that is something that the Raven Queen would certainly adhere to.
Okay.
She certainly has no outstanding debts against them in any way.
Okay. This should be kosher.
All right. You make your way, and you can see that there's a dwarven cleric sitting over to the right. She's sort of in the process of like sweeping up from the foot traffic of the day. Hello?
Hello, sorry, I didn't want to scare you, so I figured whistling.
Well, less scary, still weird, I guess.
That's my MO.
That's what I was gonna say.
How can I help you?
We've kind of come into a situation.
Okay.
At this point, I think I would have taken the armor off because I
Just
know.
carrying it with you.
Yeah, and I just put it in its box.
Okay.
So now I'm just like got regular chainmail and rope.
I'm wearing. I walk up and spread my arms and go, "This is cursed."
I'm also cursed, not from that set, but from a different set that's very similar.
You got some, like your armor's.
The armor,
Yep.
The armor is cursed, but it has cursed us. You
Okay.
see, the armor is what is cursed, but
Okay.
in turn cursed me and him.
We want to break the link, but well, I guess even better would be, will you be able to remove the curse from the item?
I can remove from you individually, but that would be a big ask to take that off the item without completely negating the magic on it. You might be able to talk to somebody up at the university about that, or somebody in the arcane research districts. But I can uncurse you guys, but that's I don't work with magic items.
Would that be an artificer sort of job, or like an arcane?
Artificer, enchanter, somebody along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which Virio, just off the cuff, you would know the city is flush with all sorts of arcane shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no problem. I'm more worried about, the old meat sack here,
I get it. I can do that for you. We provide that as a service. It is 25 gold to the temple to do so.
25 a curse.
Yeah, per.
But it's the same curse.
Yeah, we gotta do it twice.
Oh.
Spell slots, my dude.
Yeah, I see.
Yes, the monk told you spell slots, my dude.
Makes sense. I got you.
I buy it.
I start stripping. Are we?
Oh, wait, hold on. Someone hand you the towel.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I just kept it.
I put it
Notice.
I put it around my shoulders and it hits the ground.
Yeah, you have like a cloak towel.
Okay. Well,
All right.
armor's back in the boxes.
All right.
Can I have my other armor set back? I put that one on.
Yeah.
That's probably in your box.
Yeah, it's in the box. All of your things are pretty much in my box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got a lot of junk in your trunk.
Yeah.
Come on up with here with me. She leads you up to the front of the chapel and
AC's going down.
kind of gives you a kneel, and she closes her eyes and bows her head and begins to pray. And you both sort of, after you took that armor off, you still felt that heat that it emitted on you. You could still sort of feel that charring but not charring feel on your skin. And as she begins to pray, you sort of feel it beginning to lift, and it eventually disappears.
Nice.
Well, that didn't last very long.
Well worth it.
We're keeping the armor so we can put it back on if the need arises.
Yeah, I mean,
If you do a desert level.
Yeah, that. If we see some fireballs thrown, you guys are going to be alone for about 10 minutes.
And then we'll be back.
Hey, we'll be back in a while.
And with that, you guys are able to reconvene back with the rest of the group. You continue making your way northwest. True to her instructions, about 15-20 minutes later, you can see that there is a fairly simple, the building is sort of like a half circle, angled, so the flat side is out onto the street, and you look to see the sign inscribed above it, and it reads The Starling. Augie sort of looks over to you, Fenric, and he says, "So what are we doing here?"
We were directed here by, I don't even remember who.
Quincy told us
It was Quincy.
to ask for the grackle when we arrive.
Ask for
Room
the-
in the grackle.
Room in the Grackle. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that much about the inner cloak and dagger stuff of the city, but if Quincy said it, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think it's like the passcode to this place. So let's. Can I help you, Kismet? Okay.
All right. Well,
No, I just need to get into your computer from the 90s.
Yeah, fast code.
It was like a code, like a spy thing, not like a password.
all right. The lights of the evening setting, the stars beginning to pop out one by one, standing in front of the Starling. That's where we'll end it tonight.
I laughed so much.
Oh my, it hurt.
It was very good.
It hurt.
I 100% had been like, if they resist, fight, but probably not.
Even he was aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, these guys are
We're
way
gonna
too cool.
love it.
God.
Well, I mean, my thought was they were stealing whatever contents were on the train, probably from passengers. As far as I could tell, we were the only passengers,
Yep.
and we put an empty wagon on there. That's it. That wasn't even ours.
These guys don't even have shit worth stealing.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, check out this wagon.
We're back on Monday at 6 p.m. Central
Dress
Time
Barn.
with Dress Barn. Sundus is dancing. P-Berry and Mantra are sitting at a picnic table watching
Under a
Sundus
table.
dance under a table. And then we will be back here Thursday after that, 6 p.m. our regular time. Thank you for watching and listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.